Greetings all. Wait, this isn't relativity. It's been a mad week, hasn't it? It's me again. Guess who's back? Back again with another attempt at doing this Duel for All malarkey. Get registered on the website now. I'll see you in a bit. For the bois. There it is. Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing? It's me again. Big thanks once again last week to Liek and the Quarren crew for an absolutely awesome episode.
I'll do my best not to break the game today.
It's my fault it happened, David. It's all my fault that it happened last time round. Thank you very much for that subscription for 29 months. Also, 15-month resub from Chris. Appreciate that. Some watch streaks going on. Appreciate those. A 7-month resub from Night S11E15. Thank you very much for that. A 13-month resub from Oren. Appreciate that. And we've also had some follows over the week as well. We've got Felonious Junk. I think they were tuning in on top of stream yesterday. Welcome on over here. And also to the Grey Dunny over from the Quarren side of things, I believe they followed from. Thank you very much for all the follows, the subs, the bits, and everything in between. It's the Ashton Bunny. I've never been called that before, but maybe I should roll with that sometime in the Easter. And it is Easter time here in the UK, and generally around the world, because, you know, it's a Christian thing. Oh, goodness me. Hello. Oh, hello. Everything's happening. Whiskers is jumping on the desk. Matt, going for some music. Let me just pause the game while we play the fanfare out. You've lost track of what day it is, Bruce. I know them feels. I thought it was a bit of like a Saturday today because I've not been at work with it being Good Friday. So, yeah. So it felt like a Saturday to me, but then I remembered I've got a stream to do because it's Friday. And it is a Matt the Ref saying what the following.
46 months.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's crazy.
It is,
also,
isn't it?
I miss my dual commentary box. Thanks for continuing to do what you do, Ash. You're amazing. Less than 3.
Less than 3. Thank you very much for that, Matt. Appreciate the 46 months there.
I've lost track of what day it is. Happy whatever it is day.
Whatever it is day. Thank you for text and speech. Thank you, Bruce, for the 100 bits there. Appreciate that. But yeah. Thank you very much for all the kind support there, Matt. We just don't do commentary on Duel anymore. That's hence why we don't have the Duel commentary box stuff. But if we ever have the return of the commentary, then you're more than welcome to return in that role. Good old Easter Panto. So yeah, even more confusing because you're going to be doing Panto stuff for all of the Easter holidays for all the kids, and that starts and ends on random days generally. So yeah, some crazy stuff. Puss in Boots. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Speaking of the puss, I don't have any boots for you though, but you do have some lovely white socks on your feet, don't you, Whiskers? Yeah, you got some lovely white socks. Hello. So yes, we're going to be doing this again. They're doing the Beast Mode Duel Royale once again. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that it'll all go right tonight. Because there was a bug that was in the website, was just not allowing me to progress the gameplay if there were people that had signed up but then never went to the game screen in ever, basically. Now that bug has been fixed. It should be able to forcefully clear those players out if they decide to sign up and yet not actually play the game proper. But yes, fingers crossed that all actually works, and that is the final of the big bugs that need to be fixed on the website. Kind of gave myself an ultimatum, and admin can. The moderators can defend this one or prove this one. I kind of said I'll only start to consider doing Duel 5 tournament if I can get at least 3 games of regular Duel Royale stuff working without a hitch in a row. If there's some weird technical issue that happens in any of those games, then I restart the counter and we do it again until I get 3 that definitely work without a problem, and then I can start actually considering doing some Duel 5 tournament stuff. Because I do need to do a tournament at some time this year, and I did say that it would be Duel, but given that the tech is still being a bit flaky, I want to make sure that all the problems have been sorted before we actually move on proper with it, because when it's in a tournament setting, that's when things get really frustrating to solve, because you then have all sorts of I wouldn't say legal ramifications, because there's no real legality to it, but the sort of the law and the the sort of the spirit of the rules of the game, that kind of thing you have to play into and make sure that you're doing everything as fairly or as reasonably fairly as possible for all players involved. At least with with games like this that really have nothing on the line, we can have problems and just abandon games, no problem, like we did last time round. But tournament games, you can't really abandon a game. You have to do things a little more fairly than that. Days since last incident, 0, something like that. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that everything goes out perfectly without a problem tonight. But we'll see. We will see if that happens or not. Let me make sure I've actually got the right game loaded up. Yes, the David J. April 2023 edition is what we've loaded up. Again, thank you to David J. Bodicum for the questions that we've got for tonight. By his own admission, he said that these are essentially spare questions that have been brewing up for a while, and he just wants to get rid of them. I don't know if he just wants to get rid of them, but he wants to use the questions up that he's written. They always sort of tend towards the end of a run because they're the harder questions. So going for a beast mode edition means we can actually start using those harder questions from the beginning of the game, essentially. And as David is also prompting, use your chips. Use your chips, because you have them. I'm giving you 20 chips to play with in this game rather than the usual 10. So definitely use those chips and don't get eliminated on question 1, which is what happened last time round. Now, obviously, a couple of those were people that weren't actually playing, but I think there was at least one genuine elimination that was playing the game and didn't cover the right answer. Well, you say that, Proogs, but David has replaced those first 3 questions, so you don't know what they're going to be. You don't know what those first few questions are going to be, because they are new questions that have been put in place. So you may have already played those questions out. Unfortunately, means nothing to you, because we've got new questions for you. We've done this deal before. We've definitely done this deal before, and everybody should be back to being uneliminated as well, ready to play the game. If you've never played Duel Royale before, oh hello. I'll just Matt with 100 bits, nothing to say, but appreciate the 100 bits, thank you, Matt. But yes, if you've never played Duel before... he's trying again, but with words.
What are questions we just don't know?
What are questions? We just don't know. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Matt. You actually got it on your second attempt. So yes, if you've never played Duel before, I will get through this rubric in a moment. If you've never played Duel before, Ralph has provided the link for you to go to the website. So click on that link, go to duel.atbweb.co.uk. You will need to sign in with your Twitch account. All it does is essentially grabs your Twitch username and I believe your email address, but I don't even use your email address. It's just that's the minimum requirement for getting your user data. And then once you've done that, you should be able to select one game to play. It is called Duel Royale Beast Mode. If you click on that and then click on the cyan turquoisey register button, then you'll be registered to play this game in a moment. Once I activate the game, once we go live, then press F5 on that page that you're currently sitting on, which has all the listed players, and the play button will become active. It will go green. Click that and that'll take you to the main game screen, which is sort of the duel table that you will be familiar with if you've played Duel before. Once you are there, then that's how the game will be played. Everything you'll need to do will be on that screen. Stream is sort of superfluous, although it's always good to have on in the background because it will give you all the extra salient information, such as how your other players are doing. You're going to start this game off with 20 chips. Yes, I did say that correctly, 20 chips rather than the usual 10, because we are starting on the much harder side of the scale of the questions from the get-go. Not the gecko, from the get-go. So we're giving you 20 chips to play with, so use them. You have lots of them to play with. Use your chips. And the usual 180 seconds, which is 3 minutes on the clock of thinking time. Once the question goes live, your job is to cover the correct answer. That's what you have to do on every single question, is cover the correct answer. You can, of course, cover multiple answers if you're not sure what the right answer is. You have the chips to spare, so use them wisely across all of the 4 answers if you wish. However, any chips played on wrong answers at the end of the question will be removed from play, and you will not be able to use them again. At all times, you must cover the right answer. If you fail to cover the correct answer on any given question, then you are eliminated. That is your game done. Though you can still play along, sort of as a sort of the audience game, to see what you would have done on each question. We'll give you 1 token chip to play with on each question and see what you would have answered if you were still alive in play and you still only had 1 chip to play with. And the time will matter once we get near the end of it. We can say it's 3 minutes of thinking time that you have to use across all the questions that you play with. If at any point that drops below 20 seconds, we will top it back up. So you always have a minimum of 20 seconds to think on each question. But this particular game, because we're going very hard on the difficulty, it is going to be a balancing act of the number of chips you play versus the amount of time you use to think the question out, because there may be some very thinky questions in there to consider your answers. And if you don't have the time, then you're going to have to spend the chips instead. 20 chips, definitely use them while you've got them. Right. I think that is everything I need to say. Let's get over to the game, activate the game into live mode. So if you now refresh that page, press F5 on it, then the play screen should now have become active. Click on that, it'll take you to the duel table proper. And as you do that, I will do the same in the main game as well, the game visualization. We load up the duel table, which is completely superfluous in this edition because it is everybody versus everybody rather than a 1 versus 1 duel. But that's just how it goes, folks. And here we are. Welcome to you all. Let's do a cut to a wide shot. There you go. We'll do a cut to a wide shot, go a low wide shot, in fact. And we have got 32 players currently surviving in the game. This is your last chance to get in before you will be essentially eliminated. So go to duel.atbweb.co.uk, sign up with your Twitch account, and then click on Duel Royale Beast Mode. That's the game that we're currently playing. It will have the room code of BSTG in the URL. Click to register if you haven't already done so, and then click play, and it will take you to the duel table to play the game. Once we have played the first question out, then anybody that joins later than that, unfortunately, you will be eliminated de facto, because it's kind of unfair to join the game late and still be granted the full 20 chips to play with. Yeah. So if you join in late, you will be eliminated, but you'll still be able to play token chips alongside if you want to do that. Okay, I think it's time to get this game underway. Let me make sure I have everything on my end ready to go. I need to go to the main game control. Someone surprises me with a subscription.
Been missing a lot of these recently. Anyway, been missing a lot of these recently. Anyway, been missing a lot of these recently. Anyway, woo 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 woo. Been missing a lot of these recently. Anyway, woo 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 woo.
I don't know what you intended to do, Mai. There was a few copy pastas in there and some uwus, but I'm not entirely sure how you managed to do that. Yeah. Either way, appreciate the 29 months, Mai. Thank you very much for that.
Ash loses his shit. Drink.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if it's not showing as active play, just hit F5 on the screen and it will show the play button now active. You should be able to press that button to join the main table. And if it's not F5, then press whatever the refresh button is on your browser of choice. Most of them, it should be F5 these days. Ooh, what's this? I have no idea. I think it's time, though, folks, to duel. So let's do it. Good luck, Eric. Don't do that, Topper. This isn't like mid-2000s trickery these days. Don't do that. Good luck. Let's play. Here comes your first question. The UK's current monarch, King Charles III, performed a cup and balls routine in 1975 to join which secretive society? The Stonecutters, the Freemasons, Fight Club, or the Magic Circle? I'll take my audio down. It's actually slightly louder than I was anticipating. This is your first question. You better not F this one up. Remember, you have 20 chips to play with. You may as well make use of them, even if you're not sure on this first question. We are starting slightly harder, as you expect, but this is beast mode, so we're going to do that. Just one player left that's not locked in. There we go. Everybody that has joined in has given me at least one answer. Oh god, I locked in a total brain fart, says Chris. Oh, goodness me. Well, let's have a look to see where players have answered. Will we be seeing any eliminations on question number 1? Stop screen. Well, we are definitely seeing some eliminations because we do not have the full whack on one of these answers. 28 have gone for D, the Magic Circle. There's 14 chips on B, the Freemasons. There's 8 chips on A, the Stonecutters, and 3 on C, Fight Club. Now, given we had, 34 players going into this question, and we have at most 28, meaning we are going to be saying goodbye to 6 players on this first question. We give you 20 chips, folks. We give you 20 chips to play with, and you still mess it up. Who's going to mess up? We don't know until we reveal all at the end of the game. But some players will be eliminated already at this first question. The correct answer is... What if it's Fight Club? We're down to 3 players on the first question. It is the Magic Circle that we're looking for, yes. The Cup and Balls is a classic magic trick. Penn and Teller do a wonderful job of it these days, trying to sort of show you the behind the scenes of the Cup and Balls routine, but then also do some extra stuff on top. And the actual Cup and Balls that King Charles III used to pass his audition are on display at the Magic Circles Museum in London. So if you're ever interested in some more Cups and Balls action, then head over to the Magic Circle Museum in London and you can see King Charles's balls. There you go. Almost like I'm still on Quarren Stream, folks. We are down to 28 players after that question. Let's put that away. So 28 players surviving that question. Let's just have a look to see how many chips we've got left. We've got 543 chips left in play, and the best player, has the full complement. I think we're expecting that at this early stage, but we shall see as we move on through these questions. Let's move on to question number 2 then. Question number 2 is going to be this. C, D, E, F, L, O, P, T, and Z are the only 9 letters that are traditionally used for what? The wedding ring sizes, amino acids, Snellen eye test chart, or top of one's exam grades? Don't know if that's a call out or not. C, D, E, F, L, O, P, T, and Z are the only 9 letters traditionally used for what? Z for Zeus studies. No, it's normally Zeus is studying others, but anyway. Still waiting for 2 players to lock in. Those that are eliminated, don't forget you can still play with a token chip, but we will press you for time if all of our live players have locked in. At the moment, we're not pressing, so we are waiting still on some active live players to lock in an answer. And also remember, you can theoretically lock in 0 chips. You would never want to do that, because that will mean you haven't covered the right answer, but it is entirely a thing you can do in this game. So just beware. Still waiting. We're going around for the second time on this loop. We'll wait until the end of this this phase of the bed, and then I will force the accelerator on, just so we can keep the gameplay going. C, D, E, F, L, O, P, T, and Z are the only 9 letters traditionally used for what? Wedding ring sizes, amino acids, Snell and I test chart, or top of ones exam grades. I don't think the website has died just yet. No, it seems to be alive still. I'm just keeping an eye on things to making sure that stuff is still going okay. I'm pretty certain my connection to the game is still live. Yeah, I know, but this is why I said I'm not going to plan doing any dual tournament stuff until I know that everything is working fine. That's why I said it. I would rather get bugs fixed first. There we go. The final live player has now locked in. There is one player in the eliminated slot that has not played. We're all sorted. So there we go. The system works. For now, at the very least. Just for that one player, they decided to use a lot of the time that they still had. Possibly that rather than using their chips. But we shall see. It just works, TM. It's the worst words you can ever hear in programming is it just works. Literally the worst words. Let's drop that screen, see where players have played. We had 28 going into this question. The maximum we have is 25, so we're seeing at least another 3 being eliminated on question number 2. 25 on C, the Snell and I chart, then 13 on B, amino acids, 10 on A, wedding ring sizes, and someone out there has put a chip down on D, top of one's exam grades. Who put that one down? Please tell me who went for that. I mean, I could go and look through the logs and figure out what it is, but no, I will leave that as an anonymous response for now, and we will continue on. Those in the eliminated side, we have all 5 chips that were played gone on C, the Snell and I test chart. Let's find out, though, what is the correct answer. It is C, the Snellen eye test chart. Yes, Dr. Hermann Snellen devised the eye test chart in 1862, and those are the letters that are typically used for that chart. I think more modern charts will use a few more letters potentially and other characters, I don't know. But a classic Snellen eye test chart consists of C, D, E, F, L, O, P, T, and Z. So there you go. 25 players surviving. We do say goodbye to 3 players on that question. Best player still has the full complement. Average time on the clock is 154 seconds. Yes, I know I still need to figure out actually converting that into minutes and seconds. That is, should be 2 minutes 34 seconds if my quick maths is anything to go by. We shall continue on then to question number 3, as we're going to start ramping the difficulty up slightly more. Your pub quiz team is answering the question, how many whole tones are in an octave? Which argument should you listen to? Tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. That's 6. A to G is 7 different letters. Octave means 8, right? 7 white keys plus 5 black keys equals 12. Which argument is the right argument? Your pub quiz team is answering the question, how many whole tones are in an octave? Which argument should you listen to? A for me is going, E, just cover all of them, let's get this over with. Yeah, in pub quiz land, you don't really have the luxury of covering multiple answers, but here in Duel you can. So if you have no idea, you can cover all 4 answers at the expense of 3 chips. And we'll just move this game along. And there we are. All the players have locked in. 25 surviving into this question. £1 million drop the pub quiz when? It's literally, that's what's on the pub quiz machines these days, isn't it? Oh god, pub quiz machines, that's a whole thing, isn't it? Let's drop the screen, shall we? Wow! Nobody cares about music theory, clearly. Wow! What's amazing is we're still losing 6 players on this question at the very least. It's amazing. So we've got 19 chips each on A, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, that's 6, and C, octave means 8, right. There's 18 chips on A to G, 7 different letters, and there's 16 on D, 7 white keys plus 5 black keys equals 12. And the bassoonist, who I believe is a musician in chat here, may have just screwed this one up. You're literally stuck on two answers, that is. How many whole tones are in an octave? So if I was to express to you the scale that is C whole tone, then I would say C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and then we're back to C. The answer that we're looking for is that 6. There are 6 whole tones in an octave, a total of 12 semitones in an octave, but 6 whole tones is what we're looking for there. That 19 of you got right by covering A. A to G is 7 different letters. Yes, in traditional scales, you would have 7 tones to them, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But whole tone kind of breaks that rule slightly. The whole tone scale is actually only 6 letters in that case. An octave in other worlds does mean 8. And you will see lots of 8s on the music staff, and like 8VA, 8VB, that kind of thing. But that doesn't necessarily mean 8 in this case. It means in 12 tet, at the very least, up 12, down 12, that kind of thing. And yes, there are indeed 12 keys, again, in 12 tets, depending on if you're doing microtonal stuff or doing different scales. That you can do 7 tone equal temperament, 7 tet or 18 tet or 32 tet. It's up to you, really, but standard Western music notation works on 12 tet or something along those lines. And yes, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, that 6 is what we're looking for A. 19 players surviving that question. Unlucky to 6 of you that may have been very confident going into that, but there was a lot of chips being spent on a lot of answers. So I'm curious now to see how our best player's doing. Ooh, best player does have the full complement. Went in on 1 chip on that question and was correct. Very well done, whoever that is. Then let's have a look at all the chips left. We're down to 316 chips for our remaining players there. Down to 316. And the average time, okay, 138.3 seconds. That's 2 minutes, 18.3 seconds on the average clock for our average player that's still in play. So that's what we're looking at right now after question number 3. I don't know if there's any more music theory on the line, but hopefully be able to be a bit more confident if you're not so certain on your music theory. And we'll move on to question number 4, which is this one. If you heard burn one with wax, drag it through the garden, and take it for a walk, where are you most likely to be? Are you in a park, a garden centre, a diner, or an American football field? If you heard burn one with wax, drag it through the garden, and take it for a walk, where are you most likely to be? The park, a garden centre, a diner, or an American football field? Can I phone a friend? Unfortunately, we have no helps or lifelines in this game, although you do have many chips. So if you're still in the game and you have lots of chips, then feel free to spend your chips, because that's why they are there. Live players have locked in. Last few seconds for those that are eliminated. And that there is time. So we have 19 players into this question. Let's see where they've played. Have they heard of this expression before? Interesting. There is a popular opinion. 16 chips down on See the Diner. Then we have 8 chips on an American football field, and then 6 each on a park and garden centre. More curious, though, as we go over to our eliminated players, and the majority of our eliminated players say the answer is D, American football field. With then 4 chips on a diner, second most popular answer, then the park with 1 chip, and then garden centre has been left clear. So over on the eliminated side, popular answer is D. On the live players, popular answer is C. Well, only one can be the right answer. What is the correct answer? It is the diner at sea. So this phrase is American diner slang for a burger with cheese and lettuce to take away. So burn one burger with wax, presumably with cheese, and then drag it through the garden, add some lettuce, and then take it away is to take it for a walk is to take away. So there you go. Now you know. If you've ever heard that, you've never heard that before, now you do know that burn one, put a burger on with wax, add cheese, drag it through the garden, add lettuce, take it for a walk to take away. It is American diner slang for that. 16 players surviving that question. Congratulations to you. Off we go. I'll take a double, triple Bossy Deluxe on a raft 4x4 animal style. Extra shingles with a shimmy and a squeeze like Axel Grease. Make it cry, burn it, and let it swim. There you go. Apparently we've had that twice as well. And 3 times. Congratulations on your copper pastas, folks. So 16 players surviving that question. How's the best player doing? Let's have a look, shall we? Best player still has full compliments. Very good. And we're down to 259 chips now for...
We serve food here, sir.
We serve food here, sir. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Shadow. Appreciate that. Down to 259 chips for all the players. And the average time... average time, we're looking at 125.6 seconds. So just over 2 minutes left on the average clock after 4 questions have been played out. So we shall move on to the next question. I have no idea how long it's going to take, but we shall see. Question number 5, if I load it up. Oh, it's going to be this one. Yes, indeed. The zoological connection between Alfred Hitchcock and ancient playwright Aristophanes is that they both created masterpieces called The Birds, that they both died in horse-related accidents, that they both discovered a new species of jellyfish, or that they both were fans of eating hedgehogs. I'll try and read that question again. The zoological connection between Alfred Hitchcock and ancient playwright Aristophanes is that they both created masterpieces called The Birds, died in horse-related accidents, discovered a new species of jellyfish, or were fans of eating hedgehogs. You trust Jack. What is this? Live players have locked in. Last few seconds for our remaining eliminated player. I have a feeling our final eliminated player is not actually playing anymore, so we're going to be waiting those 7 seconds out regardless. But everyone's in. Put that back to where it was. And let's drop the screen. Okay, so we've got 15 chips down on creating masterpieces called The Birds. And then we have 8 on B, died in horse-related accidents, 6 on D, were fans of eating hedgehogs, and 3 on C, discovering a new species of jellyfish. Over on the eliminated side, there seems to be much the same kind of opinion, with majority 13 chips down on A for the birds, and 3 on B for horse-related accidents. So we are probably looking at A being the right answer, based on both responses. Is that the right answer? It very much is. 15 players surviving. So, born around 446 BC, Aristophanes was a comedic playwright of works. Get words out in the right order. Works such as The Birds, The Clouds, and The Wasps. Born in 1899, Alfred Hitchcock was a director of suspense films such as The Birds, Vertigo, and Psycho. He died of kidney failure in 1980. So yes, there was the commonality of The Birds that 15 got right. Congratulations. But not the bees, no. We're not going to be playing another round of this special edition. However, there will be a different game later on if you're interested in that kind of thing. So do stick around. I mean, you can, in fact, freely join this game late and just play along and see how well you would have done. We will just eliminate you sort of out of spite because we can't give you all the chips in the world. But you can join this game late if you want to just have a bit of fun. The link to do so is there. If you just go to that, log in with your Twitch account, and then join the current active game, which is Duel Royale Beast Mode, and then hit the play button, and it'll take you straight to the game for you to have a bit of fun. As MPL Dart says, yes, you'll get a chip and a chair. It has no bearing on the game at hand right now, but you can at least have a bit of fun while we get on to the next game later on. Welcome on in, Special Edition. Good to have you here. So 50 players surviving. Let's load up to the next question, shall we? Who's ready for some maths, folks? Here we go. If my scientific calculator can display standard form numbers up to 99 digits in length, i.e. 9.9999 times 10 to the power 99, what is the largest factorial that it can show? Is it 42 factorial? The return of 69 factorial? 100 factorial? Or 420 factorial? And thank you for the follow there. I'm guessing special edition. Yes, it is indeed you there. Just followed. Thank you very much for that. So if my scientific calculator can display standard form numbers up to 99 digits in length, i.e. 9.9999 times 10 to the 99, what's the largest factorial that it can show? Is it 42 factorial, 69 factorial, 100 factorial, or 420 factorial? And, oh, Matt, look at you. Gifting out a sub there to Special Edition Tactician. Thank you very much for that very generous sub. And yes, it's a happy Easter for you there.
I'll take a double triple bossy deluxe on
oh, here we go. And now we've got a big donation style. With the burger order from earlier.
The squeeze, light axle grease, make it cry, burn it, and let it swim.
All of our live players have locked in last few seconds for our remaining eliminated players. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Mai. And that is time. Hello there, our world, with the X instead of the O. You saying the answer is C. You're very confident in shouting from the rafters there in the audience. We do kindly ask for players in Twitch chat and that to be quiet when the questions are still live, but who knows? Because we've already dealt with all the answers. We can't change the results of the question anymore. You're saying it's C, 100 factorial, really? Okay. That's some chat GPT levels of confidence right there. I don't know, just chat GPT shout. I know that Bing's version of chat GPT has a bit of an emotional swing to it. But the regular chat GPT I don't think is that emotionally invested. Anyway, the answer is definitely one of A, B, C, or D, but which one is the right answer? Let's have a look to see what players have gone for. 55 chips in play. The majority have gone for B. 69 factorial, because of course you have, because it's apparently the number that goes around this channel and QuaranStream's channel. Though we had 15 going into this, did we not? So I have a feeling we're losing at least one player on this question. We could be losing a few more if the answer is A 42 factorial. There are 11 chips down there. Then we've got 8 chips down on C, 100 factorial. And finally 6 chips down on D, 420 factorial. Over on the eliminated side, majority 9 chips down on B. Then 4 chips on A, 2 on D, 1 on C. So, based on what other players have answered, they don't believe the answer is C, 100 factorial. Possibly thinking that's possibly too big? Well, let's find out, shall we? The correct answer is... it is that number, 69 factorial. Nice. So, if you do the maths on 69 factorial, which thankfully David has done ahead of time, the answer is 1.7112245 times 10 to the power 98. So just under. And if you were to do 70 factorial, the next next number up, the next integer up, that would then break into 100 digits long instead. So yeah, 69 factorial is the highest factorial integer number that you can indeed demonstrate on a calculator in standard form, up to 99 digits. 14 players survived. It means we have had to say goodbye to one player on that particular question. We're down to 14. Yes, I told you guys it was 69. Factorial. No, you don't do 3 factorials. That's a really large number, our world. That's like a super large number. That just the one, exclamation mark. Okay. Let's have a look to see what the best player is doing so far. Wow. Best player still has the full complement in hand, 20 chips. Let's have a look at the average chips, actually. We haven't had a look at that for a bit. 13.6 on average. So the average player has lost 6.4 chips out of the allotted 20 chips. Now, were we to be playing still a 10-chip game, then that's where we're starting to get into scary territory, because with that number of chips, you don't have enough to cover all possible answers. However, with another 10 on top of that, you still have plenty of coverage before you have to start worrying there. Okay, moving on to the next question. And thank you for the follow, our world. Appreciate that. Next question has nothing to do with maths, although it does still have some numbers in it. The 1981 Oscar-nominated documentary film 8 Minutes to Midnight is about Helen Caldicott, an activist in which field? Nuclear weapons, resource scarcity, global warming, or asteroid collision? The 1981 Oscar-nominated documentary film 8 Minutes to Midnight is about Helen Caldicott, an activist in which field? Jesus, I'm mispronouncing words all over the shop today. Oh. You should know this. The question is, do you know this? Last few seconds. And that there's time. We still have 14 live players. How are they on their films? Let's find out. So, 14, the full whack of live players going with A, nuclear weapons. Then a bit of spreading outside of that. We've got 6 on C, global warming, 4 on B, resource scarcity, and 2 on D, asteroid collision. Over on the eliminated side, 10 players. I've gone with A, nuclear weapons. Nobody's gone for resource scarcity. 4 on global warming, 3 on asteroid collision. Oh, we're going over to our shouter in the Twitch chat again. It is A, with 5 factorials this time round. I don't know what a 5 factorial would be. I guess maybe you're doing hexadecimal at that point with using the A. So that would be 11 factorial. Someone could do the maths on that. Anyway, we do have for the first time an answer with all of the chips down that we have potentially in play. So, is the answer A? Are we seeing no eliminations on this question? No eliminations on this question. Yes, nuclear weapons. A is the correct answer. And as Mark is alluding to in chat, yes, 8 Minutes to Midnight is a reference to the state of the symbolic doomsday clock at the time. In January of 2023, the doomsday clock was set at 90 seconds to midnight, mainly due to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. That is the current setting for the so-called doomsday clock. David from the rest is going, boo, nobody got eliminated, boo. Well, 14 players survived that question. We do say goodbye to 12 chips, though, from the game. So, we've got a bit of a progress there. Remaining chips, 179 chips still in play. Best player, how are they doing? Still has the full complement. Best player is still hanging on very well, doing some one-chip play. But how much time do they have? That would be interesting to see, wouldn't it? I don't have that fact available, unfortunately, but maybe in future I should. 14 players surviving. Moving on to the next question. We're kind of warming you up with this one. Good luck. Which of these is not on the Collins Scrabble words list that is used in Scrabble tournaments? Which of these is not on that list? Charlie, Chaplin, Benjamin, Franklin. Great answers. And I'm glad that the answer ordering works. Which of these is not on the Collins Scrabble words list as used in Scrabble tournaments? Charlie, Chaplin, Benjamin, Franklin. Oh, goodness me, you got an easy. You got an easy in chat. I don't. Is easy a word in Scrabble? Not like QI is a word in Scrabble. I think it was certainly at some point. Last few seconds. That's time. 14 players going into this question. But what about word Scrabble? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to use the same source of database as in Scrabble because Scrabble are very litigious. Even if you use the word Scrabble, they don't like it. That's why it's called Scramble. That's also why that Facebook game is called Words with Friends these days, rather than what it was before. Because if you do even if you do scoring it like the same as Scrabble, they don't like it. Which is why the scoring in Scramble, word Scramble, is different. It's similar, but not the same. 40 players, what have they done? Okay, bit of spreading here. We've got 12 on Chaplin, 11 on Franklin, 8 on Benjamin, and 6 on Charlie. Interestingly, over on the other side, majority answer thinks it's Benjamin. 7 chips on Benjamin, then 6 on Chaplin, and 3 on Franklin, with nobody going for Charlie. So we have a bit of a spread here, and also, I think we had 14 players going to this question, so we have a minimum of 2 eliminations here on there. Could be quite a few eliminations if the answer is A, 6. Or A, Charlie, that's 6 players have gone for. Goodness me. Well, let's find out, shall we? The correct answer is... Ooh, tension music. The answer is Chaplin, that 12 players got right. Now, you have to watch out on the spelling here because you may be thinking of a Christian clergyman, a chaplain, but that has an extra A in the spelling. Chaplain is a Christian clergyman, a chaplain, but a chaplain without that extra A is not allowed in the Scrabble dictionary, the Collins Scrabble words list. The other words we have here, Charlie is another word for a fool. A Benjamin is an overcoat for a man as well as a type of tree. You possibly might use it slightly differently in the US for a certain banknote, but that's not the definition they have here. And then a Franklin was an English freeholder of the land in the 14th and 15th centuries who was free from the feudal system. That is a Franklin. So, well done if you covered B, Chaplin. 12 of you got it right. Very well done. We say goodbye to 2 players there. Down to 12. How's our best player doing? Okay. First time that the best player has had to spread, and they've done so in dramatic fashion. They have lost 3 chips. They covered every single answer. All the chips in play. 130 still in play as of now amongst our 12 players, meaning our average is just over 10 chips. So we've gotten to about the halfway point from the looks of things, though it's the first question that our best player has started to spread chips on. So we may still be in for quite the long haul, but we shall see. Moving on to the next question. This one has some sort of numbers about it, but I don't think the numbers really matter. But let's find out, shall we? Which of these authors wrote a book that had a final 51st chapter numbered 233? Is it Mark Haddon, Ray Bradbury, Margaret Atwood, or Salman Rushdie? That is very true, Oren. That is a very true sentiment, that could be the case, that the best player did go gung-ho with a one-chip answer, then got eliminated, meaning we have reverted to another best player with 17 chips. That is another read of the stats, but we don't know that. Live players are locked in the last few seconds for everybody else. Some frantic locking in right at the end there. This is a pure guess, says Special Edition. Well, let's find out. So let's drop that screen. Okay, 11 players have gone for Ray Bradbury. Then we have 9 on Salman Rushdie, 8 on Mark Haddon, 7 on Margaret Atwood. Over on the eliminated side, we have 9 chips on Ray Bradbury, 6 on Margaret Atwood, 2 on Salman Rushdie. So, Ray Bradbury, I'm trying to remember now, is that that Fahrenheit book? I'm trying to remember what number that is, though. And does it have any relevance to 233? 451, that's the number. 233 and 451, I'm trying to think, is there any significance between those two numbers or not? Can't figure out what the significance of that is. But that's what the majority have gone for. B, Ray Bradbury, 11 chips down on that. Lewis T's going, I think I get it now. Oh, you kidder, says Chris. Well, let's find out. What's the correct answer? The answer is A, Mark Haddon. Oh, yeah. Some people potentially think there's a conversion in there between Fahrenheit and Celsius. No, not the case here. In this one, Christopher, the narrator of Mark Haddon's The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, is an autistic boy who loves maths. He labels the chapters in his story using prime numbers. And if you look at what the 51st prime number would be, sorry, there was a bit of maths involved in this in the case. The 51st prime number is equal to 233. So Mark Haddon was the correct answer we're looking for there. That 8 players have got right. That's the first time not the most popular answer was right.
It's an octo duel. Oh wait, do we have to have players and semi-players?
No, I don't think we have to worry about that, Matt, no. But yeah, unfortunately, not the right answer for Ray Bradbury, neither Margaret Atwood, neither Salman Rushdie. Wow. You look over on the eliminated side, nobody covered Mark Haddon in the eliminated side of players. That's very interesting. However, 8 players do survive. Moving on to the next question. Now I'm very curious. Has this really shifted up? Well, we're down to 9.5 chips on average per player. So that's gone down by about 1 chip. The best player, we have gone down by another 3 chips. We have gone down to 14 chips. Oh, is it, Oren? I didn't have that in the factoids here, but if it actually is, then that is actually really weirdly coincidental. Wow. That is some proper bait then. I had no idea it was that tight on it, but wow. Wow. Okay, well, there you go. I mean, it might not have been a coincidence from the side of David's line of thinking, but certainly from my point of view, it certainly seems like... oh, really? Not intended. Wow. It was a coincidence. Wow. Well, if ever you wanted like the cruelest final question on a game show, there you go. There's your cruelest question. Well, we continue on with 8 players in play. Let's move on to your next question, shall we? Your next question for consideration is the following. During his 3rd voyage, Christopher Columbus speculated that the Earth was shaped like which of the following? A woman's breast, the number 8, a slug or a lime? What is the name of this game and where can I buy it? The name of this game is Duel, and where you can buy it is... you can't, because I made it. Still need to consider actually selling some of the old stuff I did, but there are weird legal implications with that because this is an existing game IP that I don't own. I've just made it sort of available online because I can kind of do that within the grainness of the law. But selling is a completely different matter. Coming soon to Ichigo. Joust. Hell, if I could style it like a jousting tournament, I'd go all in on that, honestly. Now there's time. There you go. We've got Duel Season 5. We're just going to rename it to Joust with a 5 in it. 8th player surviving here. I wonder where players have gone here. Let's drop the screen. Well, it's a bit of a spread. 7 on Breast, 6 on Lime, and 5 each on the number 8 and a Slug. It's the first time and probably the last time I'll ever say that. Now, we had 8 players going into this question, meaning we are saying goodbye to at least 1, at most 3 we are going to be saying goodbye to on this question. On the eliminated side, majority have gone for a Woman's Breast at 9 chips. They're just behind is a Lime, 8 players there. And then quite significantly lower, 2 on a Slug and just 1 on the number 8. If you have any game show hosting tools, I'd buy them. I host a thing where those are super useful. I have quite a few games on this stream here. That's sort of my MO on Twitch is I make these kinds of games and play them with my Twitch audience. So yes, I do that kind of thing. Yeah, the problem is the whole selling of things is difficult unless I actually have the full IP. Now, I have a few games like that where I do have the full IP. It is my complete original idea. But then I have to worry about the music because I can't distribute the music in the same way. I would have to then replace the music or buy a hideously more expensive license for the music that I currently use. And that was going to be at least 10 times the value of what I'm currently paying right now for the music. But if you're interested in making your own tools, then yeah, there are many resources available around the community. We have a thing called Hackbox. We've got my workshop series on how to do it in Unity. Lots of little things like that. Do join the Discord if you're interested in development side of things or any other behind-the-scenes stuff on some of the things you see on my stream here. Right, anyway, I was kind of waffling a bit there. During his third voyage, Christopher Columbus speculated the Earth was shaped like which of the following? The correct answer is... It is a woman's breast, he said. He wrote that the Earth may be spherical or pear-shaped with a nipple somewhere on the equator in the far east. Well, there you go. The more you know. 1 player got eliminated on that question. We are down to 7 players. We have a bit more of a spread there. We lose another 14 chips in play alongside those that haven't been eliminated. The best player down to 13 chips now. So we've lost another chip. So they covered 2 answers potentially, or we've gone to a new best player. We have a total of 60 chips amongst our 7 players, meaning we're on an average of 8.6 chips per player. And the average time, we haven't had a look at the clocks, but yeah, we are starting to get into that territory where you're going to be working with minimum time available, which is 20 seconds, like I said earlier. 43.1 seconds on the average clock for the average player. Once that is hit below 20, then we know that everyone is in top-up time. I don't have that stat to hand, unfortunately, Matt, because that kind of stat gives you a bit too much of a idea of how the player has played in terms of chips versus time, because that's the thing we don't know, is we don't know if they've used well, we know how many chips they played, but we don't know if they've spent a lot of time in doing so as well. Anyway, 7 players left. Moving on to our next question, which is this. What is the most common aspect ratio used by the national flags of the world's sovereign states? 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5, or 5 to 8? What is the most common aspect ratio used by the national flags of the world's sovereign states? 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5, or 5 to 8? Oh, we're already in. That did not take long at all. Oh, that's true, Oren. Yeah, very true. The most time would mean potentially a different player, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. It is time for some fun with flags, President. Very much so. How up are you on your vexillology? That's a word and a half, that isn't it? Vexillology. Drop the screen. 7 going in, at most 6 coming out on this one. We have 6 chips on B, 2 to 3. 3 chips each on C, 3 to 5, and D, 5 to 8. Not a single chip on A, 1 to 2. Meaning if A is the right answer, then we end this game with no winners. Over on the eliminated side, same is true on A, not a single chip. Then we have 10 chips on B, 2 to 3, 9 on C, 3 to 5, and 3 on D, 5 to 8. How many of us were tracing outlines with a finger on our desks there? Nowadays, we have flags at 8K, 120 FPS. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but you don't really measure flags across the diagonal like you do monitors. What is the most common aspect ratio used by the national flags of the world's sovereign states? What is the correct answer? 2 to 3 was the answer we're looking for there. I have cleared out my factoids, which is rather interesting. Let me go to the website so I can find the factoid that I need on that question. All stacks. That's the one I want. I need the flag question, wherever that's gone. There it is. Yeah, about 43% of the world's nations use a 2 to 3 aspect ratio, which is used by former Dutch and French countries. Next up, in terms of popularity, is the 1 to 2 ratio, which is used by 28% of the world's countries. This is the standard flag ratio that is used for countries with British history. So there you go. And then the US flag, as Mark said, which is 10 to 19, which is quite a weird ratio, but there you go. 2 to 3, the right answer. 6 players surviving. We have had to say goodbye to 1 more player. We're down to 6. How are they doing on chips? Best player has 12. All the chips in play is 54, meaning the average has slightly gone up to 9 chips on average per player. So we're still sitting in a situation where the average player can still cover all possible answers. We won't be there for that much longer, though, since we only have 6 players left. There may be quite a bit of chip expenditure coming your way. What's the time on the clock? 44 seconds on the average clock as well. So we're starting to get into top-up territory there on the average. Okay, moving on then. We still have more questions to go through here, folks. 6 players left in. Who will be our winner? Next question is this. Rita Moreno won the Oscar of EGOT for West Side Story and her first Emmy for appearing on which TV show? Quantum Leap, The Muppet Show, Different Strokes, or Murder, She Wrote? Rita Moreno won the Oscar of her EGOT for West Side Story and her first Emmy for appearing on which TV show? Quantum Leap, The Muppet Show, Different Strokes, or Murder, She Wrote? And that's it. And that is it. Presumably everybody that's in the eliminated side is also in top-up territory now, hence why it was so fast on the lock-in there. You've never felt more humbled as a quizzer than I have in the last hour or so, says Jogging. Let's drop the screen. See where players have gone. 6 players surviving. 6 have gone for the Muppet Show. But then we have another 7 chips left on the table. 3 on A, Quantum Leap. 3 on C, Different Strokes. 1 on D, Murder, She Wrote. On the eliminated side, the majority answer is C, Different Strokes, with 10 chips. Then Muppet Show, 7 chips. Quantum Leap, 4. Murder, She Wrote, 2 chips. So, let's go through the rest of the EGOT history here for Rita Moreno. So we've talked about West Side Story. The Puerto Rican actress won the Supporting Actress Oscar for portraying Anita in the original film version of West Side Story. The Grammy came from appearing on a cast recording of songs from Sesame Street. The Tony came from appearing in a play called The Ritz. But the Emmy came from The Muppet Show. Yes, in 1977, she won an Emmy for appearing in episode 105 of The Muppet Show. She performed the song Fever, as MPL Dart has preempted there, with Animal. She also won a second Emmy for the following year for The Rockford Files as well. So B, The Muppet Show was correct. No eliminations on that question. David J in chat saying, boo! No eliminations this time round. But 7 chips have been lost to the void there. Average player doing 7.8 chips and has gone down slightly. Best player, 12 chips, still the same result. We shall continue on then to another question. Question number the whatever it is right now, because I have actually lost track of what question number we're on. But your next question is this. Including collaborations, which of these music acts had the longest gap between number ones on the UK singles chart? Kylie Minogue, Madonna, Britney Spears, Lady Gaga. Now this is a thinky question. We don't have much time to think. Oh, we're getting an easy in chat for special edition. Including collaborations, we've already got lock-in status. Which of these music acts had the longest gap between number ones on the UK singles chart? As Mark says, easy for you to say. Oh god, it could be any one of them, says Not a Cat. Yeah, it really could. I think from best to worst on these 4 answers, we have a difference of 3.5 years, I think, is the difference in terms of gaps. But let's drop the screen and see where players have gone. So we had 6 players going in, another 6 on B, Madonna. Then we have 5 chips on A, Kylie Minogue, 3 on Britney Spears, 2 on Lady Gaga. Over on the eliminated side, 11 have gone for Kylie Minogue. Then 8 on Madonna, 3 on Britney Spears, and Lady Gaga has been left completely clear. So, let's go through a couple of these answers in a random order. In fact, can I do it in the order that's listed up here? Yeah, we'll do it in the order that's listed up here. So Kylie Minogue is first on A here. The gap is from Tears on My Pillow, 1990, and Spinning Around in 2000, which would yield a gap of 10 years, 5 months. Next up, we're going to go to Madonna. That's from Vogue, 1990, up to Frozen, 1998. It is a gap of 7 years, 11 months. Meaning Kylie Minogue beats out Madonna. Next up, we're going to Britney Spears. Britney Spears' largest gap is from Every Time 2004 up to Scream and Shout as a collaboration with will.i.am in 2012. Meaning that's a gap of 8 years, 6 months. Again, Kylie Minogue beats out Britney Spears. And finally, we go to Lady Gaga. This is from Telephone 2009 all the way to Shallow with Bradley Cooper. That year was 2018, meaning the gap for Lady Gaga is 8 years, 7 months. Kylie Minogue has the greatest gap of 10 years, 5 months. So we lose 1 player on that question. 6 have become 5. The eliminated players were right with their majority answer. Well done if you covered Kylie Minogue on that question. Congratulations. Let's hide that away. Our best player, down by another chip, down to 11. Still in the first half of their chip allocation. Very impressive at this point of the game. There are only 29 chips in play amongst 5 players, meaning the average player has 5.8 chips. And given we are in very difficult territory on these questions, and we're going to be using a lot of chips potentially, That's not much wiggle room left. That's not much wiggle room left at all. Put that away. Let's have a look at the clocks, actually. Hang on. 36.2 on the clock, on average. So we're getting into territory of top-upness. Kylie Minogue had some right wilderness years in the 90s before getting it back together, says Shapesith. That makes sense. Right. Well, there's only 5 players left. Remember, we could still end the game with no winners. Whiskers, what are you trying to sniff at? There's nothing there. There's nothing there, Whiskers, for you. I know, right? Let's move on to your next question. Good luck. Which of these was not inside Abraham Lincoln's pockets on the evening of his assassination? A Confederate $5 bill, an ivory pocket knife, gold-rimmed spectacles mended with string, or a beech nut chewing gum? Which of these was not inside Abraham Lincoln's pockets on the evening of his assassination? And Dumpster Lounge, you're welcome. Lock-ins have already happened. Pretty much the majority of players are sitting on 20-second time from the looks of things. And that there is it. And that there is it. Really not much time to think for the majority players then, because we seem to get into lock-in territory very quickly. 5 players surviving up to this point. Let's drop the screen. Whiskers, you are wrecking the joint. Nearly knocked my drink over. So we have 3 each on a Confederate $5 bill, an ivory pocket knife, gold-rimmed spectacles mended with string. And then our 5 players have all gone for D, beech nut chewing gum. So there's a lot of spreading from players that are still in play. On the eliminated side, the majority believe C, the gold-rimmed spectacles mended with string. Then we've got 6 on D, and then 3 each on A and B. Ooh, Whiskers. Well, here we go. We could be seeing some more eliminations here. We could be going down to 3 players, going down to a truel. The correct answer is... No, we stay on as we are, as 5 players surviving with beech nut chewing gum, the correct answer. Yes, beech nuts didn't start making chewing gum until 1910, which was 45 years after Lincoln's death in 1865. And for your interest, for the other 3 items listed here, because they were found in the pockets, they are being held by the Library of Congress. If you ever wanted to know where they were, the Library of Congress has them. So well done. D, the correct answer. Oh, we got a Notcat now playing the role of David J. Bodicum, going with boo. No eliminations this time, as the text-to-speech on Ben's side of things would say in Bidding War. No eliminations. That's my line. Knockout was just doing it in absentia for you, David. Don't worry. We shall continue on, though. Next question. Oh, actually, no, before we do that, because we saw quite a bit of spreading going on there, we lost 9 chips to the void. So let's have a look, actually. We are down to 20 chips across 5 players, meaning the average player has 4 chips to work with. Wow. So that means the average player has just enough to cover all possible answers. But let's see what the best player has in hand, because we can then do some reverse working out. The best player has 8 of those 20 chips. So for the other players, there are 12 chips amongst them. So they don't have said luxury on average. The average says that the other 4 players don't have enough to cover all possible answers, whereas the best player has that and then some. But we don't know for certain what the distribution is. We just know that there is at least something like that amongst those 5 players. Next question coming up. Will the game end on this question, or will we be seeing one more again? The next question is this. Which science fiction author wrote a novel in the 1860s that predicted maglev trains, the internet, electronic music, and fax machines? Was it Jules Verne, Mary Shelley, Robert Louis Stevenson, or H.G. Wells? I'm going to look at this lock-in bar very intently because I have a feeling most players are sitting on the 20-second timer. There it goes. We have one remaining live player that has not locked in. 35, 36, and there we go. Final live player has now locked down. So clearly there's at least one player out there in the live player suite that had the luxury of more than 20 seconds on that question. They might not do any more, but they certainly did then. Can you hear Whiskers' purr? Because she is kind of right up against the mic at the moment. Very difficult question here. Let's drop the screen, see where you've played. Well, 4 different scenarios here, folks. 4 very different scenarios here. So, 4 chips down on Jules Verne. 3 chips down on H.G. Wells. 2 chips down on Mary Shelley, and just 1 chip down on Robert Louis Stevenson. Now, we had 5 players going into this question. The maximum we have on any answer is 4, meaning we are saying goodbye to at least 1 player. But we could be seeing a winner in Robert Louis Stevenson. There is only 1 single chip on that answer. Similarly, on the eliminated side, there is a single chip. On C, Robert Louis Stevenson. We could be going to a duel on B, Mary Shelley. Over on the limited side, 3 chips down there. We could be going to a truel on D, H.G. Wells. 8 chips in the eliminated side for that. And we could be going to a quarrel, 4 chips down on Jules Verne, 9 on the eliminated side. Only 1 is right. 31 chips in play. At most, 4 will remain after that. At least just 1 chip will be left. And that will be our winner. The correct answer is... It's E! Says Lewis T. Unfortunately not. We're going to a quarrel in Jules Verne. That was the correct answer. Jules Verne's novel Paris in the 20th Century imagines how life would be in August of 1960. Despite many of his predictions being remarkably accurate, it was not published during Verne's lifetime, as his publisher thought it wouldn't sell well for being too unbelievable. It was then finally published in 1994. So 5 players have become 4 players. Let's have a look at some of the stats. The best player's down to 7. All chips, 14. The best player has half the chips in the game right now. Best player has half of all the chips. Average player has 3.5, but given we have 4 players in play, the other 3 have 7 among them, and the best player has 7 other chips. So you can work out all the permutations and combinations of how 7 chips could exist amongst 3 players. On the clocks, we're looking at 22.7 seconds on the average. I would probably reckon that is 3 players in top-up time, and 1 player just slightly higher than that with a bit more thinking time. But we are looking at top-up time pretty much for everyone, maybe at the end of this question. 4 players left in, and we continue on to another question. Which number should hold the Guinness World Record for the commonest first digit in Guinness World Record statistics? Goodness me. 1, 3, 5, or 9? Which number should hold the Guinness... Wow, already a live player's locked in. Which number should hold the Guinness World Record for the commonest first digit in Guinness World Record statistics? And we're done. Just like that, we are done on the question. 8, that's not for you to play with, Whiskers. Not for you to play with. Also, you've got a bit of sleep in your eye. Hang on. There you go. Clean that up for you. They are indeed odd answers, Prooks. We are missing 7. But the other 4 odd numbers, odd digits that we could play with. Very uneven indeed. Well, we have an even number of players surviving. Do we have even number of chips on the table? Let's drop the screen. We do indeed have an even number. A total of 30 chips in play across those live and not. 3 chips on A1. 2 chips each on B and C3 and 5. 1 chip on D9. We are seeing another elimination at the very least. We had 4 going into this question, at most 3 coming out of it. We do have another winner if the answer is D, 9. We could be having a duel if the answer is B or C. But interestingly, from the eliminated side, as well as the live side, both agree with the popular answer of A, 1. Lewis T says this may have featured in Strike It Hard. Well, did people remember that fact? Potentially. The correct answer is 1. 1 is the correct answer. MPL Dart preempting my factoid by saying yes. Any sufficient large set of real-life data, such as a set of accounts or a collection of records, will obey Benford's law. And this law says that 30% of numbers in that data set will begin with the digit of 1, while only 4.6% will begin with the digit 9. So there you go, Benford's law coming out in play once again. 4 have gone down to 3. And you can see a bit of spread answer going on here from one player at the very least. 3-1-1-1 was the final result of our live players. 3 players surviving. 8 chips amongst them. The best player has half those chips. That meaning the other 2 players have an average of 2 chips. And you know that there's only certain ways that could play out. And the clocks? Wow, still sitting at 22.7 seconds. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, down to 3 players. Will we have a winner after this next question? Let's find out, shall we? The next question is this. Which of these companies does Warren Buffett's investment vehicle Berkshire Hathaway own outright? Is it Wells Fargo, Verizon, Kraft Heinz, or Duracell? Which of these companies does Warren Buffett's investment vehicle Berkshire Hathaway own outright? Get ready for the fast lock-in. There it is. He said outright. Buffet. Yes, we got the Duracell Bunny. That's very true. I was wondering, did we have any sort of Easter theme going into this weekend? And I thought, I don't think we have any Easter themed questions in the pack. But no, we do have sort of the Duracell Bunny as a thing. So yeah, possibly, kind of tangentially we do. All right, 3 players in. Let's have a look at the chips, see where they've gone. 3 chips on Duracell. 2 chips on Verizon. Or is it Energizer? Is it Energizer? I don't watch ads these days. I pay for YouTube Premium to avoid ads as much as I can. So there's only 5 chips on the table from the live players. 3 on Duracell and 2 on Verizon. Wells Fargo and Kraft Heinz are completely clear. Meaning if either of those are the right answer, then we end the game with no winners. If it's Verizon, we go to a duel. If it's Duracell, we stay as 3 players surviving. Looking at the eliminated players, though, is very interesting reading because there's no real cut decision here. 8 on Wells Fargo, 6 on Duracell, and 5 each on Verizon and Kraft Heinz. The most popular answer is Wells Fargo, but our live players tend to disagree here. There's not much going on. There's 5 of the 8 chips available in play on the table right now. What's the correct answer, though? We continue on with 3 players. Duracell was the correct answer. Although it has minority stakes in the other 3, they acquired a 100% share of Duracell in 2016 for a staggering $1.8 billion US. By the way, Berkshire Hathaway also owns Geico, Dairy Queen, and Fruit of the Loom. So there you go. There's a bit of interesting information there if you wanted to know that. But Duracell was the right answer. 3 players surviving that question. But we saw some chip differential there. 2 chips lost to the void, meaning we're down to 6 chips. And the best player has 4. I think we can see where this is going, folks. The best player has 4, and there's 3 players. I think you know what the other 2 have right now. Average time. There you go, folks. We are now into top-up time territory with that kind of average. Nobody has any distinct time advantage. Everyone will have the same amount of time to think. So if this is a very particularly thinky question, good luck. Here we go. 6 chips left in play. The best player can cover all. The others can only cover the right answer and nothing else. For potentially the final question, or we could be continuing on depending on the result. The next question is, which of these countries does not have an official national language? Ethiopia, Pakistan, Somalia, or Eritrea? Which of these countries does not have an official national language? Ethiopia, Pakistan, Somalia, or Eritrea? I repeat, does not. Last few seconds. And that is it. Chips have been played on answers. Surely this will see all chips played, says ABMe. There are 6 chips to play, and it is possible for all of those 6 chips to be on the table. But that only depends on one scenario, essentially, from one player. Have they covered all? Or have they reserved some chips for potential future questions? Let's drop the screen. Not all the chips are on the table. They are holding 1 chip in reserve, providing they have covered the right answer. The one answer that has not been covered is Pakistan. That has been left clear. And if that is the right answer, then we end with no winners. If the answer is A, Ethiopia, or C, Somalia, there is 1 chip left in play. We do have a winner. If the answer is D, Eritrea, then we continue on as a duel. That does mean we are saying goodbye to 1 player on this question. 4 chips out of 6 are on the table. Yes, 4 out of 6 are on the table. Also, it's entirely possible that they haven't spread as far as I thought. Interesting. Over on the eliminated side, 11 have gone for Eritrea, 7 for Somalia, 4 on Pakistan, 2 on Ethiopia. What is the correct answer? Flying thing in here. We're down to a duel. It is Eritrea is the right answer. There it is again. Bye. So Eritrea has a de facto working language of Tigrinya, English and Arabic, but it does not have an official language. Somalia, they have Somali and Arabic in their 2012 federal charter. Pakistan have got Urdu as of 2015, and Ethiopia adopted 5 official languages in 2020, namely Afan Oromo, Afar, Somali, Tigrinya, or how you pronounce that, and the existing Amharic as well. So, we are down to 2 players. Shall we have a look what the distribution is like, folks? Ooh. Ooh. There's 3 chips amongst 2 players. There's only one way that can play out. That's 4 chips intact. You know how this all works. 2 players left. One has 3 chips. Can't cover all the answers at this point, though. So could be left with the right answer, left empty. The other player is still hanging on with a single chip. Will they hang on? I'm going to leave that at the end, Matt. We continue on. Will this be the final question? Or will we continue on? The next question is, when the US Stars and Stripes flag becomes too worn out to display, what should a respectful American preferably do with it? Cut it into 13 strips, paint it white, burn it, or bury it? Both of our live players locked in very quickly. And we're done. No winners like it's catching us. Very much so, you can. So, some very quick locking in there from our 2 live players. A special edition in chat says they think they know this. Ooh, we do have some spreading though. 2 chips down on burn it, but there's also a hesitation chip on bury it because they have 3 chips to play with. They decided to cover a second answer. Meaning if the answer is D, bury it, then they are the winner. If the answer is C, burn it, we continue on as a duel, but that one player has lost a chip. If the answer is A, cut it into 13 strips, or B, paint it white, then we end the game with no winners. Interestingly, over on the eliminated side, they both agree on the sort of the 50-50 answer here between burn it and bury it, with 12 chips on burn and 10 on bury. What's the right answer? It is to burn it is the correct answer. So Chapter 1, Section 8K of the US Flag Code says, the flag, when it is in such condition that it is no longer fitting a emblem for display, should be destroyed in a dignified way, preferably by burning it. So, burn it is the right answer. They are surviving as a duo, but the best player has just lost a chip. They now only have 2 chips to play with, meaning we have 3 chips left amongst those 2 players. The 1 chip player still hanging on, doing well, but they are both in top-up territory. Next question is this. If DevDev started his own brand of Programmer's Choice pure Canadian maple syrup, which of these claims could he not use? Naturally high in manganese, a low GI sweetener, helps keep your gut healthy, 100% fat-free. Which of these could he not claim for his pure Canadian maple syrup? And that's got to be timed, surely. There it is. You can ask round back, Zeus. 2 players left in with 3 chips. Do we have full coverage on the table? Or are they reserving for another question? Shall we drop the screen and see? All the chips are on the table. 2 chips on 100% fat-free, and 1 on naturally high in manganese. And thank you for the follow there, Ferbs. Appreciate that. I have done that stupid thing where I have decided to put away the factoid information for the question early. I don't know why I did that. There we go, I had the factoids back. So, if the answer is D, 100% fat-free, we do continue on to another question, but it is going to be a 1-question shootout. essentially. We're in perfect dual territory with 1 chip apiece. If the answer is A, naturally high in manganese, then this duel is over and we have a winner. If the answer is B, a low GI sweetener, or C, helps keep your guts healthy, then we end the duel with no winners. The correct answer is... The duel continues. It is D, 100% fat-free. So yes, unlike honey, which is fat-free, maple syrup contains a trace amount of fat, which is around 0.1%. According to the International Tables of Glycemic Index, or Glycemic Index, I suppose you should say, maple syrup has a GI of 54, which makes it a low GI food. 6 tablespoons of maple syrup per day provides you with your recommended daily intake of manganese, and maple syrup contains a prebiotic of oligosaccharides, which assist with gut health. So the other 3 claims could be used for pure Canadian maple syrup. 100% fat-free, you could not, I'm afraid. So, we are left with 2 players in perfect dual territory. Best player has a single chip. 2 chips in play. Average time doesn't even matter. We are in the most perfect of dual territories we could ever be in. 1 chip and 1 chair for our 2 final competitors. They must cover the right answer to stay in the game. This is where the game gets really spicy. Our special edition says, yes, it is in time to duel. Good luck to our final competitors. Your next question. 20 seconds of thinking time as well, remember. Your next question is this. Which of these countries was the earliest to adopt the Gregorian calendar across its whole territory? Japan, Russia, Great Britain, or Portugal? I actually don't have that configured for Royale mode score. I really should have it configured for Royale mode, but I don't. Live players are in. Everybody is forced in. Well, I mean, you say that, but the last game we played, proper, of Duel Royale, we did have the unfortunate incident where one player locked in with no chips down. It wasn't at the end of the game, but it was certainly towards the end of the game. Here, it would be very, very cruel if that happened. Japan, Russia, Great Britain, Portugal. Which of these countries was the earliest to adopt the Gregorian calendar across its whole territory? Are we ready to see what our players have locked in? You know what? I'm going to change the tension level for the drop music because I can do that. Let's drop the screen and see where they played. They have gone different ways. Meaning this duel is over. 2 possibilities of a win. 2 possibilities of a loss. One of our players have covered D, Portugal. One of our players have covered B, Russia. The other 2 answers of Japan and Great Britain, we knew they couldn't cover all possible answers. Those are the 2 that have been left clear. Over on the eliminated side, there seems to be quite a strong hint that the answer is D, Portugal. But then it is a split across the other 3 answers. 4 chips each on Japan, Russia, and Great Britain. So they say Portugal's the right answer. but they have been wrong on multiple occasions during this duel. One is Portugal, one is Russia. I can tell you that amongst about our two players, they have covered the correct answer, meaning we do have a winner. But who is our final winner? The winner of Duel Royale Beast Mode is... And our winner is Lewis T1. Congratulations, Lewis. You are our winner tonight. Poggy fuck how? Let's close that question off and let's have a quick look on the website for the final results. It was Lewis T versus... Now cut that out for the victory. There it is. Goodness me, Lewis T and Toot surviving all the way to the end there. Then it was MPL Darts, then Mark, then Ralph, then Lingo. Lingo, look at this. Got to question 13 still with 7 chips in hand. Lingo. Wow. Wow, that's a strong position to be in. And must have just been very confident on an answer and failed. So then it was Topper. Very good position, Topper. Question 11 you survived to. Then it was AB Me. Then Chris. Then Oren. Then Shadowmane Prugs. And you can see the rest. And you can see the bar only supports going up to 10. It just doesn't overflow properly. But at least it handles that situation properly. Riff having 13 chips at the end of question 8 is a very strong position to be in. Congratulations. But let's have a look at the burn curve, seeing exactly... Wow! Look at this over here! Wow! Lingo and Mark surviving up to question 7 with the full complement in hand. And then it was a massive plummet. Down we go there. Wow! I do love some of this data that you get to see. It's so impressive. Where's Lewis's curve? There it is. Just sort of in the middle there, but doing just enough to survive the game. Well done there. So, let's pay some doots out, shall we? Add doots to Lewis T. Congratulations, you are our winner. You get 100,000 doots. Well, you definitely needed it. Congratulations, Lewis. You needed that boost. That's multiple hundreds of percent. Next up, if I do the command right, add doots goes to now cut that out. Congratulations on second place. That'll grant you 75,000 doots for that. Congratulations. Then it's NPL Dart in third place, getting a nice 50k. Congratulations there. Then Mark, fourth place, getting 40,000 doots. Then we've got the Lupine one in fifth place. No, not the Naked Grandma. It's a different the. I want the L. There we go. Fifth place, getting 30,000 doots. Congratulations. Then we've got Lingo in sixth place, getting 20,000. Very well done. Seventh place going to Topper. Topper, seventh place in that kind of pack is really impressive. Congratulations. 10,000 going your way. Then we are looking at AB Me with eighth place, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, eighth place, meaning that's going to be that. Then we've got Chris Hannell getting ninth place. You get 2,500 for that. And then 10th place, Oramus Darrell. Great position there, 10th place, getting 1,000 doots for 10th place. Congratulations. I just need to blow my nose because I'm getting a very tickly nose right now. Possibly, I don't know, Whiskers is on the desk and is kicking some dust around. One moment while I blow my nose. There we go. So that was a hell of a game, and congratulations to Lewis T surviving all the way. That really was a hell of a game for Lewis. We're trying to show the curve, but yeah, it was very middling ground, and then from question 17 onwards, you were on a single chip. So you survived 4 questions using just a single chip answer. That is impressive. Very well done indeed. I do like also how the curve is mostly straight, bar this point on question 12 where it seemed to go up a bit. But it averages out to a nice line. I kind of like that. So there you go. How's Whiskers? Whiskers is just here. She's actually been on the desk all this night, which is quite impressive, and not been wrecking the place. Let me show Whiskers off. In fact, let me go to the big cam. There it is. Go to the big cam. There it is. Hi. Hello, Whiskers. Hi. There she is. Yeah. Hey. There you go. The next game is Pet the Cat. Well, we do actually have another game. It's nearly 10 p.m, but we do indeed have another game because I did promise it, and I need to test it anyway. But yeah, I do love the data viz stuff that I've got here. Your box plots, Topper. Your box plots. I kind of realised that the relativity splitting up into 3 groups is almost a box plot. It's not quite a box plot, but it's almost a box plot. So, yeah, I've got that going for me. Thank you. Thank you to David J. Bodicum for the absolutely wonderful questions that we had for the beast mode of Duel Royale. And also demonstrating that we can still play the game with more chips in hand, and it still does play out in much the same way. Possibly with a few more questions than you would expect, but it works. The server handled everything fine, and nothing went wrong from what I could see, and it even handled players joining late and joining and playing the eliminated side of things.
Thank you for asking the nasty yucky pop culture while I still have chips. GG Toot, and thank you Jay and Lord Bash.
Lucy, thank you for the order that the categories came in there. 30 chips next time, says Topper. Hey, I'll do 30 chips and you're against the accelerator on every question. Bet you enjoy that one. Yeah, we can do some rush mode, beast mode, behemoth mode or something. I don't know. 100 chip deal when. Oh, who knows? But yeah, we could possibly do a rush beast mode or something like that in future. Now that I've proven that the server can handle it fine. It's just literally one field that I just need to change, and thankfully the rest of the game just worked with it. So yeah, congratulations, thank you again, David, and we will return to the Duel Royale arena in time to come, hopefully, probably within the next month or so, but we'll see. Rush mode is all questions about the band Rush. I bet some people would really like that. Right, let's close out Duel then, because we have got a brand new game to try out on stream. Yes, I know, right? Me and brand new games, what are they? We actually have a new warm-up game that we're going to be testing out tonight, which is called Hive Minds. It is based off of the TV show of the same name and has exactly the same structure of game as well, except you are answering every single question from Twitch chat. And we don't care whether you know where it is in the Hive or not. That's a big old technicality I'm not going to get into. But so long as you get it right, then all is good. It is the hexagons are the bestagons kind of game, very much so. And it's not the Hive. That's a different game show altogether over on Royal and Score Flush. But it's Hive Minds is what you need. So this game is all played in Twitch chat, ideally as a Whisper to Quizbot 3000 if you can do that. But if you're on mobile or whatever, and it's difficult to get to a Whisper window in time, then you can use public chat. I believe I've added that kind of feature into this game. Can't remember if I have done or not, but I believe you can, and it'll just delete your message in that case, just so that people don't see your answer when it gets typed in. How does Hive Minds work is a very good question. In fact, what I will do for you, not a cat, is before we play the first game proper, is I'm going to load up one of the test games that I had. So let me find that. Let me switch from Colo Pack to template. And we'll just run a sort of a dry game, as it were, before doing the proper test code, just so you can see how it actually how the actual game works, essentially. So let's go over here, press the play button. It's going to roll the titles in a moment, hopefully. And here we go. Here we go. There we go. So I'm just going to roll a couple of questions from round 1 of the test pack, and then we'll roll into Colo's pack of Hive Minds and play the game out proper. So this is Hive Minds, and in this round, the hive will populate with letters. This big hexagon you'll see will be filled with lots of letters, and a prompt will appear at the top of the screen and in chat as well. You need to find the answer that matches that prompt somewhere in the hive, and you get more points the faster you answer. Over time, letters that don't appear in the answer will be removed from the hive, and remember that letters can connect along any common edge and can be read backwards as well. Just bear that in mind, okay? So, let's see your first prompt and your first hive. So, we're looking for a UK motorway service area that shares its name with a 17th century battle. Reveal the hive. There is one correct answer to find in here. Submit your answer to QuizBot 3000 as a whisper, and hopefully it will... Well, I'm not seeing anything come through. Why are there no messages coming through? Huh. Wow, that's a good start, isn't it, folks? None of the messages are coming through. Hello. Why are they not coming through? Give Twitch answer should go through on receive answer, and it's not. So here's the first bit of debugging we need to do. Why is it like that? It definitely worked in the test edition before. Unless this is because I've done some... code moving around that it's all messed it up. Let me have a look. Start message matching, stop message matching. Matcher is that, matcher is that. Let's have a look. What's going on? On start answering is that, stop answering it. So the answer of that one was Sedgemoor, as you can see there. Sedgemoor you can form from that hive. Then we're moving on to England Rugby Union World Cup winner whose name appears in the title of a Thomas Hardy novel. We're going to start accepting answers. Just someone submit an answer in whisper. Just someone submit an answer in whisper. I'm curious. Oh, they're just not coming through. Huh. They're just not coming through. How weird. Why? It was working, and now it's not working. I'm not getting a single message coming through. Well, this is a big old how do you do, isn't it? Stop message matching. Yes, very much so. I have a feeling this is because I've been moving the code around, and it's... Yeah. I noticed people have answered, don't worry. Yeah, I have a feeling it is because I've moved some things around. So why is it not accepting this? Will handle. So let me put a breakpoint there. Yeah, let's put a breakpoint there. Someone send another whisper. Just send a whisper. Thank you. User. Whoa. On message received, add listener, on message received. Okay, so put a breakpoint there. User has value now, and that. We have no methods. No methods? Huh. It didn't find any methods. Is this not working from base classes, or I bet it is as well. Inherit. It's not inheriting. You need to inherit, folks. Yeah, it is because I tidied the code up and moved code into child classes so they share the same functionality. Object-oriented programming. Yeah, when you're doing reflection, it kind of breaks when you do that. So let's just try that one more time. We'll try that one more time. This is why we test things, folks. This is why we test things. It's going to be the test game again, so you'll know what the answers are for the first few, at least. And hopefully, for those that don't know how hive minds work, now you have an idea of how the game works when the answers actually get accepted. Let's just fast forward this a bit. Yeah, you're all beta testers, exactly. Let's fast forward a bit. Right, submit me an answer, please. Someone has submitted Sedgemore, and it's still not coming through. Still not coming through. Hello? Hello? Why? You're not doing the what? It should be doing this. Okay. That is very curious. The inherit should have worked unless it's... no, that should have... inherit... Oh, no, it's the other way round. This is not that. This is the base class, not that class. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, that's fun. Reflection is so fun, folks. Start message matching. Yes. Yeah, it's not finding any matching things. Let me find it again. Sorry, folks. Do I just... I mean, I don't like to do it, but I can do it. I can do a... just so that I could get this game underway. Just so I could get this game underway. Let's do this craziness. Let's do this craziness where I copy-paste code. Another copy-paste code, folks. There's never anything more permanent than a temporary fix. But I'm just because I can't be bothered to get really knee-deep into all of the reflection code right now. This is going to be the quickest way to solve it, I think. Yeah, look away right now. You're definitely not seeing all of the naughtiness that I'm doing right now. Definitely not seeing all the naughtiness that I'm doing right now. You're holding me to high regard. Yeah, no, don't do this, folks, for a living. Definitely don't do this for a living. I've definitely not seen this kind of thing before. Never, ever, ever. Never in production code either. No, definitely not. You just do not see this at all. We do that as well. And we do that, and we do that, and do that. And we definitely don't do that. And, hey, there you go. That definitely never happened. And let's see if this works. Yeah, cut and paste. That's even worse, Lewis. That is. Cut and paste is even worse an idea. Right. I'm gonna put in a. Yes, just desktop. I'm gonna activate the breakpoints again. So if the game stops weirdly, don't worry. It's because I've got a breakpoint active. Fast forward. And hey, we're getting a method. Reveal the hive. Yes. Oh, I hope I'm not getting the same message multiple times now. But hey, I'm getting messages. I'm getting messages now. But it seems to be applying it multiple times, so I don't know what that's going to do for the next round. We may have to play into second round to see what the answers are going to come up as. Because I have a feeling it's hooking up to multiple message matches, which should only be matching one message. But we'll see, shall we? I wonder what the answer is. Yeah, I know, right? I still have a breakpoint there. Oh, I can fix that one by doing by having the base class not have it. And they'll be fine. Congratulations on getting Sedgemore. Well done. You get points. So that's how it works, folks. That's how it actually works. And then we got another one coming up in a moment. And there it is. So yeah, this is going to come up twice, I think. Methods. Oh, it's only once. Oh, and then it comes through again. Oh, and then it does come through again. It comes through twice. I don't want it to handle twice. Does it also handle? Will handle? Maybe. Maybe I'll handle it. Actually get match to do for maybe we'll be okay in the future rounds, but we'll see. Yes, they do, not the cats. That's where it gets a bit more interesting, is that there's multiple answers in the hive that you have to find. Right, what we will do, just because I'm curious, is we're going to force it over to the next round very quickly. So, cover your eyes. We're just going to fast forward very quickly. There we go. Just fast forwarding, don't worry. And then we move on to the pairs part of round one. So now the questions will ask for a pair of answers that can go together. Submit either as individual messages or as one message with each word separated by a space or comma. For clarity, I will tell you that the correct answer is scapula and shoulder. For this first one coming up, scapula and shoulder. Send them as separate messages. I just want to see if you get credit for both answers. Only answer when it actually asks for it, though. Yeah, scapula and shoulder from now. So I want to make sure it credits for both of your answers, because it was registering the message event twice, I think, and I want to make sure that it's handling that properly. So I want to see those that have answered correctly as both answers, that they will get credits for both parts. But we'll see. This is why we're doing this final test, because then once this has been tested, then we can run the proper game proper. And let's see, do we get multiple credits? I think Toot answered twice. And yes, we got multiple credits. Cool. Brilliant. That works then. So that's how Hive Minds works, folks, and thank you for testing my code, because clearly it hadn't worked. We're now going to go into the proper pack now for certain from Colo. Thank you for this pack, Colo. And we'll see how this game lasts, because I haven't really played a proper game out from start to finish for a while now. So we'll see how this goes out. It might be it might be too long for a warm-up game, in which case I'll shorten parts of it, but I can easily do that. So if you're ready for the full experience of Hive Mind, here we go! Let's roll titles once again. That's the last thing we need, is titles once again. Drink. So, welcome to Hive Mind's No You Can't Proofs. You only have as many answers to give as there are answers in the Hive to answer for. So, in this round, you can only give one answer. In the next part, you can only answer twice. In the triples, you can only answer 3 times, etc., etc. But you only have as many answers to give as there are answers in the Hive to go for. So you can't spam, unfortunately. You are locked in with your first answer, so do be aware of your spelling, because it will not correct for any spelling errors you give. And there may or may not be some UK, US spellings to worry about in these hives. I will give you advance warning on that. So we're going to start off with a US state capital or a London exhibition centre and show jumping venue. This is the hive you're working for. We got an answer very quickly from Shapes there. I don't know if he's still in debug mode or not, but we'll see how it all goes out. We are starting to see some answers coming through, and we're seeing some letters being removed from the hive. I do need to find some background music for the questions themselves. I may end up actually writing that myself in Ableton, because I have actually transcribed the music for the main theme tune, so I can just sort of make a sort of a looping ambient bed based on that. And it seems to be the message matching is very brutal on the deletes, but that's it. We're looking for Olympia, the US state capital of Washington, I think. And then the London Exhibition Centre children's venue is called Olympia. Let's put that away. Let's move on to a part of the membranous sac that surrounds the heart. And if you remove 4 letters from it, then you get a Star Trek captain. So we want the full thing, not the partial. There is an answer up there. It is the full thing. Don't give me the partial answer, which is the second part. As you can see, there's a maximum of 5 points on offer in each of these hives at the moment. and it reduces over time. You always have a minimum of 1 point to get a right answer in this game, but a maximum of 5 on these hives. Last chance to get some answers in. Single point if you can find the answer now. What's that spelling? The answer that we were looking for there was epicardium. Nobody got it right. No one spelt it right. Epicardium was the answer there. Picard is in the middle there, but if you remove the first letter and the last 3, then you get Picard from epicardium. Next question. Honda model or something owned by 37% of Americans. There is the hive. What is the right answer? It's a Honda model or something that is owned by 37% of Americans. Starting to remove some letters from the hive. 3 points on offer if you can find it right now. Tick, tick, tick. And yes, be aware there may be some trick answers sort of secreted in the hives as well to dupe you to go certain ways. But that is time there. What was the correct answer we're looking for? It's a passport, a Honda passport they were looking for there. Yeah, 37% of Americans own a passport. Put that away. And final question of the singles. We're looking for a Cumbrian castle of dubious Arthurian provenance whose name contains an animal enclosure and an animal. It is not easy, Mr. Vertigo, no. The actual show on BBC4 was even harder because they basically only connect. This is essentially the competition to only connect on BBC4 at the time, and they went ridiculously highbrow with the questions. But it does get easier, or at least there are more answers available in the hive as we get later on into the game, so it does get slightly easier in that regard. Last few seconds. There's time. The correct answer we're looking for there was Pendragon. Pen and dragon were the 2 separate words in there. But yeah, Pendragon altogether is the Cumbrian castle of dubious Arthurian provenance. At the end of the round, Shapes is in the lead on 9 points. That's the one to beat so far. Nice position so far there, Shapes. Let's move on to the next part of round 1, which is the pairs part. So now you're going to be getting a question that will ask for a pair of answers that are tied together. Submit either as individual messages, or you can submit them as one message separated each word by a space or comma. And again, answer fast for maximum points. So there's a maximum of 6 points in this round if you can get both answers in rather super quick, going down to single point answers at the end. It's 3 points for each answer. Yes, 3 points, maximum of 3 points for each answer, minimum 1. We're looking for an NBA franchise and its uniform colour. Reveal the hive. NBA franchise and its uniform colour tied together. There may be some tricks in there to go for, which may not pair up. Be aware of that. Welcome, Drahuska, to the game. Hope you're doing well this evening. Last few seconds. And as there's now more answers in the hive, we're removing fewer letters. The answers we're looking for were the Lakers, and they are purple. There was also a partial of yellow in there, which is their other colour. Unfortunately, there wasn't the full word yellow that you could go for, I'm afraid. Equivalent US and UK monopoly properties up here in this hive, which is the correct pair. We're looking for the equivalent US and UK monopoly properties. Do not put spaces in the answer. I've just realised that's a problem with this particular question. Don't put spaces in your answer, otherwise it will treat them as 2 separate answers. I do apologise to, I think, Zeus and a couple of others that submitted that in that form earlier on. So we're looking for Park Place and Park Lane there are the 2 that would normally have a space in their name, but due to hive mind rules, they do not. So that's something I need to worry about in future. Sea and island, that is in that sea. Reveal the hive. I guess in future, we just know to write questions that don't have multiple word answers. I suppose there's a way you could go with it. But that is certainly a point to be aware of in future. We're looking for a sea and an island that features in that sea. Does not. We do not need the word sea in this case, Proogs. No. So if it was the Red Sea, for example, the word we were looking for was just red in that case. In this case, it was Grenada, was the island, and the Caribbean was the sea in question for Grenada. Or Grenada. However you like it pronounced. Let's put that away. And we're going to a sitcom and a surname of its star in said sitcom. Reveal the Hive. Given this is the first time we're actually playing this game out proper, this is where we're actually seeing the limits of the questions, I suppose. And, you know, ideas like that, Proves, are certainly things to worry about in future. Single point if you can get an answer now. And remember, you can answer for both parts on these questions. And the answers we're looking for were spaced. Nobody got it. But it's Peg. Simon Pegg. Nobody finding either part of that. Wow. Difficult one, that, then. At the end of that round, it is still Shapes in the lead on 12, but Tooter's just one behind on 11. We're now moving on to round number 2, which is the triples round. So we're going to add some more words into the Hive. Each time there will now be 3 answers to find in the Hive. We're not going to be removing any letters from the Hive, though, but we are going to add a bit more time on the clock for you to think. There is no bonus for speed in this round. You just have to find all of the answers. And again, submit either as an individual message or as one message with each word separated by a space or comma. 3 answers to find for each prompt given. Especially with the well, I can certainly change the amount of time, MPL Dart. That's another thing we can eke out. So looking for words from the titles of Sherlock Holmes' stories. There are 3 words up here in the Hive that feature in the titles of Sherlock Holmes stories. Can you find them? I'm starting to get some answers coming in. Yes, there's no clicky click this time around because we're not removing any letters from the Hive. There are 3 words up here that feature in the titles of Sherlock Holmes stories. It's worth pointing out, because we probably haven't addressed it before, but in these rounds currently, none of the answers will overlap on the same hex cell. So each cell will be used once and once only for a correct answer. So we're looking for Mulgrave, Vampire, and Speckled. Those are the 3 that came through. Though I swear I saw someone come up with Vampire and it didn't come through. Oh no, that was the one. The Shapes did go for Vampire. Okay, we're moving on to surnames of US vice presidents. There are 3 up here in this Hive. You're looking for a Baskerville, but it just didn't turn up a B. No. And there will be some other trick answers up there as well that don't lead to a correct answer or are only partial, so don't lead to a full correctly spelled word as well. But yeah, if you're finding this is kind of difficult, I could definitely tune the timing to be far more generous. Though I will say that the amount of time you're getting in most of these rounds is either similar to or longer than they would have had on the main show. Just putting that out there. But again, the kind of difficulty of the questions on the main show as well was already quite hard. The answer we're looking for here were Quail. We've got a few getting that. Jefferson. And finally, Fairbanks. Nobody found Fairbanks on the Hive there. I say up on the board. It's the Hive. Put that one away. Next up, words that immediately follow Department 4 in the names of UK ministerial departments. Looking for any word that immediately follows Department 4 in the names of UK ministerial departments. There are 3 up here in this Hive. While you are doing some of that, I'm just going to have a quick look at the stream ideas, because thank you, Topper, for creating a new thread for the game. Bit more time needed, I think. Posted after round 1B. Yeah, that's fine. I could definitely tweak the amount of time. That's not a problem. That is just a number for me to... You can join in late theory. Absolutely. I think it's actually accepted that as your answer. But yes, you can join in late. Very much so. This is supposed to be a warm-up game, so there's no worry about an early join or anything like that. Last few seconds to get some answers in. And that there is time. The answers we're looking for were Department for Business, Department for Leveling Up, there will be the word after that, and then Department for Education. Those were the 3 words in the hive there. Put that way, and yeah, leveling is kind of a UK spelling there with 2 L's. I think the US one is just with 1 L in the middle. We're looking for animals that have made it to space. Right. Space! What we're looking for now. Animals that have made it to space. Yeah, proves a technicality on the question. We're looking for the word immediately following, not words in that case. So that was written in the question, unfortunately. Once the grid has removed all the letters it can, leave it a bit longer before timing it due to Twitch. I see, absolutely, Topper. I can very much do that. So it's not necessarily a case of taking longer. It's just a case of, at the end, giving more grace time once all the letters have been removed. Very much so. I mean, I could add more time in multiple places. The amount of time it takes before it starts removing letters, the amount of time it takes during the removal of letters, how many of the letters it can remove in some cases, and how long afterwards. So, absolutely fine. We're looking for human, obviously, yes. A tortoise has. Well done to Riff, the only player getting that. And a squid as well. 4 players going for squid. Yes, Squid Games in space, because apparently that's right. At the end of that round... Wow, Shapes, you are doing very well in this game. Currently on 24 points. Then it is Toot on 17. Oh, no, sorry. It's NPL Dart on 19. I do apologise. Then it's Toot on 17. Now moving on to round number 3, which is the Super Hives. Now, in this round, every single cell is occupied by a word somewhere. There are, I think, a total of 7 words to find in the hive. Try and find the one perfect solution that uses all of the letters on the hive, And again, submit either as individual messages or 1 message per each word, separated by space. Well, you know how it all works. It's all the same. And I think you get a single point for each word you can find. So look for Scottish towns and cities. Every single cell in this hive makes up one of those words that form the prompt Scottish towns and cities. Can you find them all? This one is a bit more, you can start spamming some answers that may or may not be in the hive. On the main show, they'd actually have to explicitly define where each word lays. It takes so bloody long. I think on this round, I'm possibly giving you less time than there is on the main show. Just because there's none of that gaff to worry about. But yeah. So indication round 3 of how much time is left. Good point, Aspion. We don't have the... That's a good point. And in this round as well, it doesn't reduce the amount of points by time. So there's no indication of how much time there is actually left. Good point. I will add that in. We're on to the last side of the timer. Might as well just spam answers that you think might be in the hive, because you never know. You might be right. Okay, let's solve the super hive. What 7 answers were there? We had Edinburgh. Of course we had Edinburgh. We had Aberdeen. We had Perth. We had Dundee in there. Hamilton, very well done too if you're getting that. Then Paisley, and finally, Kirkcaldy. Only Ralph getting Kirkcaldy. Very well done, Ralph. Let's put that away. Let's bring on another super hive. North American mammals. Let's reveal the hive. 7 correct answers to find in this hive. North American mammals. Can you find them all? Again, none of the answers will overlap on this hive. Every single cell is used exactly once. When we get to the final round, rules kind of break slightly, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. Just shortly. Trying to think about any other waffle I can give right now. I don't think there is much waffle I can give right now. As I say, this is intended to be a warm-up game, so I'm not expected to host during these. I could just sort of leave the game running on idle while everything's going on. By the way, if you try to work out how the puzzles are being generated, because there's a lot of letters on offer, the question pack allows you to specify the correct answers, trick answers, and then I have a generation algorithm that then basically tries to put the letters into the grid, into the hex, so that they can all fit properly, and tries to optimize that as much as it can. So we've got an armadillo, a beaver, a chipmunk, we've got a squirrel, A manatee. Very well done. Found that. Raccoon. Hello there, Riff. And finally, an opossum there as well. So those are the 7 answers there for the North American mammals. Let's put that one away at the end of that round, because we only have the 2 super hives in the game. It is still Shapes in the lead on 31. Then we've got Toot on 29. Then it's NPL Dart and Riff on 28. As we go into the final round, which is filled with answers. Yes. And pay attention, because there may be an answer to a question that has not been shown yet. Each hive will have 6 questions and answers to be asked about. This time, answers can overlap on the hive, but you're only asked for 1 answer at a time. Be aware of spelling, that will always matter. But yes, answers in this hive can overlap. And be aware there may be some tricks still there as well. So here's the hive, and here come the questions. We're looking for a fictional pig. Can you find a fictional pig in this hive? The hive is slightly more rapid this time round, as you might notice. So I may need to add a bit more time there. We were looking for pepper. Pepper was the answer on that one. Next up, an edible fruit. Can you find the edible fruit? The answer we're looking for there was durian. Nobody found the durian. That was a difficult answer there. We're looking for a European river. What's your spelling? Looking for a European river. Some interesting answers coming through. The answer we're looking for was the Dnieper. Dnieper. Yeah, nobody getting that right, I'm afraid. And looking for a Disney princess now. Where is the Disney princess? Can you find them? I think we've got some right answers this time round. We're looking for Jasmine from Aladdin. We've got one more on this hex. Percussion instrument. Can you find a percussion instrument? And the answer we're looking for there was marimba. 3 players finding the marimba. Well done. We're looking for a breakfast food item. Oh, okay. We're on. This is the 6th one now, I think, of this set. We will then refresh the hive after this one, if memory serves me right. A breakfast food item. The answer we're looking for there was a sausage. Sausage question. 3 players finding the sausage. Well done. Let's refresh the hive. We're now looking for an Australian Prime Minister. I can definitely add more time, Topper, don't worry. In fact, I might even be able to add the time right now. Let's just try it with longer time. Let's do that. Let's do that and see what that looks like. We're looking for a 1-word Best Picture Oscar winner. So I've reduced it now, so it's taking 1 second per tick, as it were. See how that one's like, how it's like, because that's now basically half the speed for the ticks. And the answer for there was Amadeus. Shapes. Well done. Very well done. Next up, TV detective surname. The white goes around our hexagons when we... Yeah, I could change the colour of that. I could change that to be... what's suitable in this palette? I guess a pinky kind of colour would work. Or orange. Actually, orange would work because that's featured in there. So yeah, we could go with orange. We're looking for Fletcher. Jessica Fletcher. And an Argentinian World Cup winning footballer we're now looking for. But yeah, I can definitely adjust times and that. This is the first time doing it as a proper Twitch game, so There's obviously some Twitch latency to deal with, and also this being a warm-up game wants to be a bit more relaxed anyway. Okay, time, and the answer there was Otamendi. Yeah, nobody had that. Nobody had that one. Flightless bird we're now looking for. A flightless bird. Can you find the flightless bird? Last few seconds. Yeah, hello, Whiskers. We were looking for our good friend, I believe. Yes, the penguin was there in the hive. One more. A Chanel perfume. A Chanel perfume we're looking for now. It's not that, Zeus, but I appreciate the answer. I appreciate the answer, but it's not that. And that final one was not number 5. No, it was Allure. Well done, Riff. Well done. And the end of the game. It says current leaders. That's a typo. And the end of the game, it needs to change the name, change that to our winner. And it is Shapes with 39. Very well done, Shapes. Congratulations on winning the game there, winning that test game. Then it was Toot, very close behind on 33. MPL Dart and Riff on 32 from the looks of things. And then we're looking at 26 from Ralph. Yeah, I think it is going to be Ralph next on 26. And then, as you can see, a bit more there. Way to give you multiple personalities. What are you on? Anyway, that there is how this all works out. And yeah. Any thoughts in that in stream ideas? Top has already created a channel for it. Sorry, a thread for it, should I say? But yeah, any opinions on that? Do let me know. Do you like it as a warm-up game? It says, yeah, I know you're all right. I could change that. I could change it to say current leader singular. Let me find the text. There you go. You are now current leader. Oh, apparently just nothing now. There you go. There it is. You're now current leader singular. Seems more like a main meat game. Oh, really? So you don't think it should be a warm-up game? Okay. The only reason I sort of suggest it's not a warm-up... the only reason I think it's a warm-up game is because I don't need to do anything in it. It just runs and runs and runs. But I mean, if you think it should be more of a main meat game, then I could certainly run it as that and change the controls so it's human controlled to move on to next questions and that, rather than leave it as an automated affair, because that's all it is at the moment. It's just running it automated from the start. A visual indication of the time ticking down would be good. There is, Proogs. Did you not notice it? If not, then I'm going to have to make it more obvious, but there is a visual indication on screen. Not in chat, but there is on screen. Be nice as a main one, maybe doing the super hexagon as the warm up. Oh, is there? Where? Let me show you the thing that it was ticking down as we did all this. Let me press the button. Let me activate the timer fill again. There you go, that thing there. If I do this, oh, the game's just completely broken right now. But I can do this. There you go. There you go. It's another one of my subtle timers. A bit like a Secret Fortune, it's a subtle timer. But yeah, I do need to add warnings in chat anyway of how timer is progressing, so. Yeah. Slow timer plus more grace time at the end, yeah. Hard right for a warm-up game, we would sort of put it in more the category of all clued up. Okay. I mean, yeah, fair enough. You want to make it more of a main game rather than a warm-up game. Like, I can roll it as that. Yeah, no problem at all. How does tally up into scores? It's a good point, Miss Vertigo. It's Well, if it's a warm-up game, then that's going to be a different scaling than if it's a main game. Is my view, because a warm-up game, you're not sort of expected to have to be there to play the game. It's just, if you happen to be there, then you get yourself some casual dudes. But if it's a main game, then it scales differently. With Shapes getting 39 out of that game, and that was a difficult game. You could be looking at a scale factor of like 500 or even 1,000 applied to that, so that 39 becomes 39,000 or something crazy like that. But that depends on the questions being that hard as well, because if the questions were much easier, but then that makes it harder for the Hive to sort of make sure there are excluded answers that don't get included accidentally. Yeah, it's a difficult one to figure out the scaling on. I'm just working on the point system that they mostly had in the main show. It is different. There are some differences in there. Like the Super Hive doesn't give you the full 10 points if you get all 7 answers. It doesn't do that kind of thing. And the points are different for the pairs, because you get points for each part you find, even if you don't find both parts correctly. Which is different on the show, because they give you points if you get both correctly and nothing if you get just one part. So yeah, there's that to consider. That's also true, Carlo, that they were playing as threes rather than as solo players, apart from the triples round. There is that to consider. But Only Connect, when Ben did that as a warm-up game, that's a similar thing. Only Connect is normally played as 3 players in a team. But that worked out as a warm-up game. So yeah, if people want it as a main game, I could do it as a main game. If they want it as a warm-up game, we could do it as a warm-up game. I'm a 50-50 mind there. It doesn't matter to me where I put it in the schedule, whether it's before the stream or in the mainstream. So I'm neither here nor there on it. Let's put it that way. And if it's difficult to write for, there's just a warm-up game that doesn't run that frequently. Again, that's just how scheduling works on that. So yeah, it's shrug shoulders. I don't care. The main question is, the real main question is, do you want to play more of it? So if you don't want to play any more of it, then we just don't do it. It's simple as that. We just move on with our lives, and I reuse this and make it a game that you can just have yourself. But if you actually want to play more games of this on stream, then make it known. Because if you don't, we just move on with our lives and do something else instead. Yes, Buzz! That is the critical question to ask, is do people want to play more of it? And if they can't answer that question, then there's clearly something else wrong with it that needs to be solved or just axed. Okay? So we'll leave that as it is for now, and obviously tweak some times and things like that, and then we'll see how it plays out with the second game. Sort out another game in future. Again, we'll run it as a end of stream game or something, just to vet opinions, and then we move on from there. You think you go and harvest some honey somewhere else? Yeah, this doesn't really offer much honey here. Not much of a hive mind, but it did get some. Well, the questions were quite difficult, Ferb, so it will be said. But again, it's sort of in the nature of the main show originally that it was quite highbrow with the content it provided. Needs more egg, says Harper. No, these are bees. If anything, it needs more larvae in that case, not egg. But I get what you're getting at, Topper. I get what you're getting at. Anyway, that is Hive Minds, finally implemented and finally put on stream. And it's not even a Samster here to appreciate it. Samster was the one that kind of, pressed for this to happen, and he's not even here to see it play out. Oh, well. Anyway, that is that, and we will see more of that in future, I am certain. Right. We need to end the stream. It's wow, it's 25 to 11. Goodness me, it's been a long stream. You know what we need to do right now is we need to go to marbles. So let me go over to the game capture and switch on the marbles display, and hopefully it will flip over properly. There it goes. It just took a while. OBS, do your thing. Yeah, not making question jury from now. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely not Topper. Yeah, I stand with you on that one. Now we're going to go over to the round glass orbs, says Nata. I don't know if they're glass, but they are certainly round related. We'll go to Oni 91573, and yeah, we need to release the business. That's definitely what we need to do, is release the business here. So after all of the mania that occurred last week on Friday, the jackpot got reset down to 200,000 because Mr. Game Show, in his infinite wisdom, managed to hit the jackpot, plus also get a ×8 modifier over on Lee's Quarren wheel as well. So that was reset. However, you see it's still sitting at 250,000. That's because we did another spin of the wheel over on Quarren Stream, the game show. Do give them a follow. Quarren Stream Game is the Twitch name to go and follow. We did another spin. We did another dual spin for the Gatekeeper, who was the winner of the Quarren main game, and we did the double spin. He got the freaking grand prize. He did. Congratulations, Gatekeeper. Which meant a ×10 multiplier on this wheel. But Gatekeeper landed on, let me find the wedge, he landed on 50,000 plus 50k to the jackpot. And what that meant is Gatekeeper got 500,000 because it was a ×10 multiplier, and there were people exclaiming, well, that should be 500,000 to the jackpot as well. No, that's not how it works. So we added 50,000 to the jackpot, meaning jackpot is now sitting at 250,000 doots, back to where it was essentially. Ben's bringing back the Gatekeeper. Yeah, I was wondering what his April Fool's joke was going to be, and there wasn't much of one. But anyway, thank you, Pokenuts, for that. In fact, I should probably do the proper shout command, shouldn't I? Shout out, Quarren Stream Game. There you go. Host Switch is a good April Fool's. It really is, Ferbster. Though it was very interesting, very difficult for me to do the Quarren Stream hosting, because it's the first time I've ever done a hosting job where I've had to read from a prompter.
Manifest me winning, please, Ash, please, marbles, please.
There's a lot of please in that there, Puzzden. I can only but hope is what I can say. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Puzzden. But yeah, first time I've had to host any game like this using a prompter, and yeah, it's difficult. Really weird and difficult to read off of a prompter, because I like to do tangential stuff, but you can't do too much tangential stuff when you're on a prompter, because then you don't know where to pick up from, and it all becomes a bloody mess. And it's fine if you're doing that as a sort of record to tape type thing, and then you sort of stop record and go back again. But when it's live, you can't do that kind of shit. So it's very interesting, but I did really enjoy it, and thank you again, Lee, for inviting me over to do that.
Manifest win for me, just once.
Because that was a lot of fun hosting Quarren Stream, and also managing to get, I think, 2 firsts for Quarren as well. The first time ever they got a goose egg on a question. Nobody got it right. That's the first. And then the first double hit on the Quarren poll as well. So yeah. And then 69 making an appearance multiple times over the weekend, because of course it did, and nearly breaking my game of relativity. Anyway, I'm not bitter, not at all. It's time for a race down the track. So, if we're all ready, let's get going. Exclamation mark play, last chance to get in. First and last finishers, get a spin of the wheel. Let's have a look at the track. There is the track. Cool. Let's get going. Good luck. Yes, very much Puzzle Dan. Do check out Quarren Stream, the game show, if you've not done so. They stream at 1 in the morning UK time, which I'm reliably informed is like 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll give you some more continuity stuff once the race is over. We have got, oh hey, Puzzle and Topper in the lead at the moment. With Mai and Colo, David J and Flyboy following behind. Heading their way down the funnel. It is Puzzle Dan in the lead and manifesting. Might be working this time, Puzzle Dan. Topper making their way round, but getting caught up. Shadowmane first through the obstacle into the tumbler. Toots managed to find their way off the track somewhere. I don't know how you did that, but you did. Shadowmane into the massive funnel going the long way around. Theory finding their way off the track. Working their way round and round and round and round. Shadowmane finding two stoppers, though. Making their way round and down. David J, though, on a bit of a speed boost there. Shadowmane making the way to the next funnel with Bassoonist, Colo and Shapes. Shadowmane working their way down. Only to then go back up again through this really interesting tumbler here. And it's the final rundown now. Can you avoid the Yeetus? Yes, you can indeed. But you're getting exploded instead. Shadow continuing on into the lottery machine. David J in second place. Trying to avoid the Yeetus. Legally distinct, of course, from Fall Guys. Come on, Shadowmane, can you find your way out of the lottery machine? No. Oh, David J has those straight away. Come on, David. Last obstacle. Going the long, difficult way through the cones. Can you find your way round the outside? There it is. Last final obstacle now. It is David J. It's our first finisher. Then it's Shadowmane. Then Puzzle Dan. Matt the Ref coming up into potentially fourth place. Nobody else in the lottery machine right now. Oh no, there's Bassoonist. As we go into a ripping trombone solo. Who's at the back of the pack right now? Let's have a look, shall we? Colo was doing all right at the beginning of the track, but now is apparently... Oh no, wait, hang on. Let me get my bearings here. We're looking at Mr. Vertigo, Pokenuts, Ferbster, and Riff. Riff just found their way down. Ferbster has. Pokenuts has. Mr. Vertigo, last one, working their way round the funnel edge here. Come on, Mr. Vertigo, you've got to make a move in a moment. Otherwise, he will be eliminated. I don't know where the deadly fire is, but it's got to be around here somewhere. Mr. Vertigo finally making their way down. Heading their way up now into the square tumbler thing. Getting caught, though. Finally, we're making their way down, landing. Getting a bit of a knock there from the Yeetus. And heading into the lottery machine with 45 seconds left on the clock. How are we looking at the cones? Topper getting caught by the fan, getting knocked back a bit. Is making their way through. Those Shapes are making their way through. Pokenuts next up into the fan. 30 seconds left on the clock. It's a race between Mr. Vertigo and Drahuska. Mr. Vertigo going too fast. Drahuska's going to get final finisher. Well done to Drahuska. Getting final finish spot tonight. David J and Drahuska, the two Ds, getting the win there. Congratulations. What a perfect time to break down in that music as well. Oh, wait. I forgot it goes back up again. 2 minutes 28 on the clock there for David. And 4 minutes and 8 for Drahuska. Let's bring that track back down. There we go. Very well done, Drahuska, and to David J. Shall we move over to the wheel and do the good old spinny spin spin? I think it's time to do that. Here we go, folks. 250,000 in the jackpot. David J. Keep us a spin. go. Add Dukes to David J. Bodicum, 25,000, just one wedge away. Oh, there's a space. A space got added to that command for some reason. That's... What? Why is that on my command? What the hell? David J. There we go, 25,000. There we go. We added the Dukes properly. Just one away, and yes, 1-0 away as well, Aaron. We move on to Drahuska. Time for you. Drahuska. Annual spin. Here's the following.
The wheel.
Here we go.
The wheel.
Slowing down. It's slowing down. Where's it going? Hey, not bad. 40,000, dude.
The wheel.
40,000 going to Rahuska. A great spin there for you. So nice, easy 40k for you, and 25,000 for David J. And that concludes.
The wheel.
And that concludes my usual streams for this week. I mean, I didn't stream on Wednesday. That was due to a rehearsal needed for a stream on Sunday. A gig on Sunday. Bloody hell, I'm mixing things up now. Yeah. Next week I will be back again on Wednesdays and Fridays, I do believe so anyway. But we shall see. And I need to get into sorting the schedule out now for this point onwards, because I have quite a few games now that we can get proofed up and get ready to go for stream in future. Thank you again to Colo for the game of Hive Minds. Thank you to David J for the game of Duel Royale Beast Mode. And thank you to Random Number Generator for Word Scramble, the warm-up game this evening. What have we got for you for the rest of the week? Let's have a look, shall we? We have got Mr. Royal_Flush is going to be with you tomorrow evening. Let me do the good old shout-out command for you. Wow. Typing is hard, folks. Let's try that again. And let's actually do the command, maybe. Is he not streaming tomorrow? Oh, yeah, you're right. He's not streaming tomorrow. But give him a follow anyway. Because he does great stuff, much like I do. Lots of original stuff. But it's next Saturday. He's going to be back on 15th of April. Crossfire, Distinction, and The Hive is when he'll be back. Hey, The Hive, hello. That's in a week and a bit's time. Not tomorrow, but the week after. Though, what is happening this following weekend is going to be I think we've got some Video Game Jeopardy, and we have some Wheel After Dark from JB Henry XIV, but I believe possibly on the Sunday rather than on the Saturday. Either way, do give JB Henry XIV a follow. Words are hard. Does some awesome stuff over there in the Dumpster Lounge. And Quarantine Stream Game. Not entirely sure if they're streaming at all or not this week coming up, but do give them a follow. Quarantine the Game Show, Quarantine Game, also some great stuff. And Topper, who streamed yesterday, and I was watching in the background. What have you got next Thursday, Topper? Next Thursday, we have got from you Word Chain Royale, Diamond and Slam, from the looks of things. Hey, another game of Diamond, really? Wow, cool. Look forward to it. Cool. We need more Diamond. So Word Chain Royale, Diamond and Slam coming next time round from Topper One Gaming. And I should be able to give that command out. Topper One Gaming. I have to wait 25 more seconds before I give another shout out. Thank you, Twitch. So that is what you've got in the land of quiz over the next week or so. And I'll be back with you on Wednesdays and Fridays, 8 p.m. BST. Yes, we are now into summertime. And I need to figure out doing things and stuff. I still need to fix and finish up the drop. Oh, yeah, drop is a thing. And, Whiskers is sneezing at the moment. Let's try that shout-out command again to Topper One Gaming. Let's see if it'll actually work this time. The channel you are shouting out does not exist. No, it does. It definitely does. Clearly, my typing game is bad today. There you go. There it is. Go and give Topper a follow. Let me let me do a quick thing of showing you because it's me and I like showing things off. Let's just quickly show this thing off. Put the game camera mode into that one again, and wait for drop to load because we need to see drop. We need to see drop. Oh, not that drop though. I need drop 2023, not drop 2019, or whatever it was. Goodness me, it's been a while. Drop 2023. We need to see it. Are we loading it? Hello. Hey, I think it is loading. It's just taking forever because Unity. Good old Unity. I might be doing some of the development stuff of drop. That D word. Drop over the weekend. Possibly. I don't know. Depends on how I feel over the weekend. So keep an eye out on things. Come on, Unity. Load up drop. There you go. There's drop. There's drop. There it is. The wonderful drop. And it kind of works now. Last time you saw this, it was just sort of a tech thing, but it actually kind of works now. So let me show you at least some of the game process. Press that button there. We see some names that populate into a lobby of some description. Doesn't look particularly pretty there, this lobby, but it's a thing. And here's noise. Oh, I do like that transition. Oh, I do like that transition very much. So we're going to pick a category. Let's pick test. I'm going to have the test category come up. There we go. So, 4 possible answers in the test category are... first, second, third, fourth. Let's have a look at what the question is. What's the answer to this question? Good old test questions, eh? The first, second, third, or fourth. Let's start moving your money. And because I do need to do some test stuff, let's move. Oh, you say second, did you say, Matt? Okay, right, let's put some money on second then. There you go. There's some on second. Ferbuster says first. Lewis says fifth. I can't do that, I'm afraid. Topper says third. All right, we'll put some on third as well. There we go. Have to leave one drop clear, though, so we're going to leave it like that for now. Captain says first. Okay, I'll put a bit more on first then. Let's do that. There we go. Put a bit more on first. Take some off second. Topper's trying to go for fourth. I can't do that, unfortunately, because we have to leave one drop clear. Unless you want me to move stuff from third, I can do that. Move stuff away from third and put it on fourth. There we go. Let's do that. Move stuff off of third, put it into fourth instead. There we go. It's definitely fourth, I promise you. Oh, is it? Okay. Then move some more from second then and put them on fourth. There we go. There we are. Last few seconds. I do love my debug features that I can just move money at will like that. Hey, I said so. Okay, well, we're going to leave it as that now because time. There is time. So, the hot seat players, whoever they happen to be. Who's on first? I don't know. What's on second? I don't know who's on third. So we've got 450,000 dutes on first, 125,000 on second, 425,000 on fourth, and third has been left clear. Now, you're getting to see effects before they actually properly go live. I have given some random answers to those in the lobby right now. Let's just see where they would have played and put their virtual cash. There it is. There's the virtual cash. Ah, yes. Glowy cash. That's what you like to see. Glowy cash. When it's not real cash, it's virtual cash, it's glowy cash. Feels very cube, doesn't it, though? So the 3.4 million on second, 4.9 million on third, 4.075 million on fourth, and the majority 4.625 million on first. So that's where that font has been implemented, yes. It's used for other number features as well, but yes. So let's find out what's going to drop. Apparently the second stuff moved, which is interesting. I need to look into that as to why that moved, but anyway. Tension music. and I'm going to try and drop the correct answer, but it's going to stop me from doing so. The game stops me from dropping the right answer. I love it. And 425,000 and 125,000 got dropped. Correct answer was first. Move your money back. There you go. Doesn't play any of the music stuff right now, and that's basically what I've got so far in the game. So yeah, there you go. That's where I'm up to with drop. And all the light stuff as well, which will come very, very soon as well. All of these 8 beamers will all do some things as well. Let's do 8 beam, idle wide. There you go, and make them spin. Go. Lights are spinning. Spin. And in fact, let's go to the wide reverse angle. There we go, bring the wide reverse angle in. There you go, you can see all the spinning happening. All of the spinning happening, and where's the cage as well? Because I got that in there as well. There's the cage as well. There you go. I've got all the stuff. I've got all the stuff going on in here now. Just hooking it all up to make it actually work. But yeah, I have all the things now. So yeah. There you go. That's what you're going to look forward to now. That's what you're going to look forward to in drop soon. Is the cage for when you want to play Cash Trapped? I don't know. Are the lights made from first principles, or is there a library of lighting effects? So I'm using a plugin called Volumetric Light Beam, because simulating actual light is bloody hard. Although honest, with ray tracing graphics cards, it's much easier than it has been in past years. And Unity Engine can do some ray tracing capabilities. It's honestly just way too much effort to do that. So instead, I'm using a plugin to do fake volumetric lighting with these beams, and then just sort of shaping them into things that look like stage lighting things. So yeah, they are not strictly correct, though I'm using HDR lighting and linear lighting model, which makes it slightly more realistic, and using the ACES color correction to make it more cinema, it's more film-like, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's not strictly correct, but it's good enough for jazz, and considering that there's a lot of draw calls involved in doing it, I'm happy with how it is. Exactly, proof. Doesn't matter if they're actually correct or not. Just yeah, these things are easy enough to work with. That I've used for a while, and I think we actually use it for one of our games at actual work as well. But anyway. I'm going to stop waffling, because otherwise I'm going to keep going on and actually do some dev streaming, and it's at freaking 11 PM and I need some food. So I'm going to end the stream there. I will see you soon, maybe streaming before the Wednesday. If not, then Wednesday is happening. Bye! End the waffle. As he continues to waffle while on the end screen. I don't know why he's doing that, but yeah, he's doing that. Anyway, bye!